No, but you still be trying to hide it. I bring it up and you be like,
Oh,
nah.
something about.
All right. So I hit the button. So
Yeah, I saw the notification about us being live.
okay.
I want everybody to realize that you're eating.
Yeah, I am eating.
You're eating stuff.
Doritos. Nacho cheese. Classic.
It's also
I just realized that I just found
not
out
your business, but I'm eating.
I mean, sure. I just found out they tried to they kind of brought back the little 3D puff Doritos, but they got different flavors for them.
How's that working out for them?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not interested in trying them. I have no desire. I have no desire. Mike,
I'm a creature of habit. I fear change. So no.
Facts.
Mike with the big first on there.
Facts.
So I know
I keep getting these friend requests
from who?
From scammers.
Me too. The amount of scamming has gone up because economic times.
Fact, absolutely, nigga. I've been victim of 3 of them. Good morning, Mike. Shout out to Big Mike. Yeah, listen. Breakfast with champions, Doritos and donuts.
Hilarious.
Shout out to Mike. He got me inspired to jump back into my crypto shit. So
cryptocurrency? That's pretty good.
Yeah. So I've been fucking with that recently. I ain't lost no money yet, so
it's coming.
Of course, absolutely, without a question. Matter of fact, let me look.
That market is volatile.
Actually, hold on. With what I'm doing, the trading that I'm doing, volatility.
Hey, Biddy, what's going on?
Is actually a bonus. Yeah, I'm not doing long haul. I mean, don't get me wrong. I bought some Ethereum. I'm gonna let that sit.
Right.
I'm gonna let that sit. But 10 to 20% today. God damn. All right. But
you should have bought some Asgardian.
Shit, I just made $2.
Oh, nice.
Listen, that might not sound like a lot.
You should snatch that now.
Honestly, I might. I ain't hold you. Because again, that doesn't sound like a lot, but I only put in like $35.
Right.
So yeah, that's a decent little profit. And that's really what I'm doing. I'm freaking the shit and trying it out for a little bit until I decide to put a little bit more. Like I got the vast majority of my money is sitting in that Ethereum because I had Bitcoin. This is what happened. I fucked up. Not really. I fucked up. It's the nature of the market. So I bought some Bitcoin. I happened to buy it right before it hit that 40,000 record a couple months ago or so. I happened somehow I just so had Cash App. You can buy Bitcoin on Cash App.
Right.
So I was on my Cash App and I saw the stocks and Bitcoin button, and I just so happened to hit it. And it was like you could buy Bitcoin. I'm like, all right, let me put in 20.
Right.
So I put in 20, and then the next week, it had went down a little bit. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna put in 20 more. Then the next week, no, that was all. That was all I put in. Then that shit jumped to 40K. And I'm okay. So then I'm like, all right, it's at 40K. I'm gonna leave it alone. Because I put in 40, I was at like 60 or something now. I'm like, all right. Then I came across, like I said, the combination of Mike's posts and this guy that I follow. He's an accountant on YouTube, and he started talking about crypto and talking about this particular app called KuCoin. And there's a option. Oh fuck, Mike. Mike said he was made an offer in the early odds to buy 2 Bitcoin for $5.
Damn it.
Wow. God damn.
Damn it.
That would have been $90-something thousand.
You hate to see it.
Oh. God, but so I saw that app and there was a little there are bots that you can do. That's the only thing I do right now for real. There are bots that you can do set up where you pick a coin and you choose the minimum that you'll sell for. I mean, the minimum at which you want it to stop buying and selling, and the maximum at which you want it to stop buying and selling, and then how often you want it to sell.
Right.
And I've done like 10 tests. Out of 10 tests, I've only come out negative once. So, but anyway, when I found out about the app, I transferred all my Bitcoin to that app.
Right.
So I sold some of it to fund the bots and whatnot.
Right.
And I went ahead and sold what I think might have been the rest of it. I'm not 100% sure yet. To buy Ethereum. The very next day, Tesla buys $1 billion in Bitcoin.
God damn.
And the shit went up to 44,000.
God damn.
So I hit Fab, I hit Mommy. I'm like, yo, sell some of your Bitcoin because there is no guarantee that it's going to stay this high, and there's no guarantee that it's going to go higher in this short amount of time.
Facts.
Nigga. So they sold some. Again, I specified some, not all, nowhere near all. Don't get rid of it, but go ahead and sell some. Get in on this profit. God damn it! If after that it didn't go up to like 47K.
Son of a bitch.
So yeah, it's a whole thing.
Yeah, it's
exciting.
Apparently. Yeah, it's almost like the old gold rush.
Shit. Yeah,
it's like the old gold rush.
All right,
I am doing my shares right now.
Ooh, boy, do we got a show for y'all.
Which episode was this? I rarely keep track of the number after we made it past 100.
Yo, I don't even count no more.
Yeah, I think the distribution app does have the number down there somewhere.
Let me look.
Thought it did anyway.
Very well might. Oh, my bad. Episodes. It does not.
That sucks. Where did I see that? Maybe it was on Spotify.
Was it Spotify?
It probably was Spotify.
Let me check. Because I vaguely Apple
Podcast.
I know Apple does. Well, I'm almost certain Apple does. Been so long since I Googled this. That's the only way I can find the Apple one.
Thank you, Biddy, for sharing.
Apple. Appreciate you. Black Culture Geeks on the Apple Podcast. Last time I visited this page was in May.
Damn it. Mike says hedge funds are buying Bitcoin. 147. God damn. Hedge funds are buying Bitcoin. U.S. government is seizing it or buying it. Something's up. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely up. Something's definitely up.
MasterCard, they didn't say that they're not going to buy it but they said they're looking into starting accepting it. So that probably is going to send it up again. Well, that probably had something to do with the jump from 44 to 47.
Right.
But yeah, it's a whole thing, and I'm here for it. Let me get these $2. I'm sorry, I gotta.
You better add them $2.
I gotta grab these $2 real quick.
Better get your money right now.
Where we at? We at 2.7.
better get
you know what? I'm gonna let it ride. Here's the thing. Me saying that just reminds me what I'm not going to do.
What you're not going to do?
Because this shit is high key just gambling.
I mean, yeah, that's all stocks and everything is basically gambling.
So I'm gonna chill on this.
Yeah, you need to be careful not to get jammed up because I know people that have gambling problems and I've seen what it looks like. You know, I've seen what it's like. It's kind of ugly. It's not something you got enough things hanging around your damn neck. Right. You don't need a habit like that
at all.
Other things to frustrate you, things that give you anxiety.
Oh, we don't talk about a lot of that shit today.
Yeah. Well, see, this is the other. See, people give me anxiety.
Nigga, what?
They do. They really do.
Anyway,
I agree with that, Mike. It's gambling, but it's educated gambling.
Absolutely.
That's exactly what it is.
Absolutely. All right, let's get this thing on the road. Really?
I mean, I had to clear my throat.
Well, yes, fear of missing out is a huge thing, Mike.
Right. Welcome everyone to the Black Culture Geeks podcast. This is my man SPJ. And I am Tombstone the Dead Man, and we are just a couple of geeks talking about pop culture from a black perspective. Facts indeed. And we have
a
doozy of a show today, but I would argue we have a doozy of a show every week.
Well, okay,
but that's just my bias.
I'm not going to argue with that one.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Yeah. So, but before we get into that, let's do something about the weeklies. Let's get the weeklies.
Well, all right. Here's the thing. I feel like I just want to jump right in with this Gorilla Glue story because I still want to do the weekly thing. And I forgot to do the today in history because this Gorilla Glue thing has had me consumed.
It consumed your entire being.
Yeah, because I just got some new evidence. Well, I mean, look, we're in it. We're in it now. We're talking about Gorilla Glue Girl. So, matter of fact, let me do this up real quick and change you. Whoops, wrong one.
Wrong.
Absolutely wrong. So we're going to be talking first.
I would like to take just a small second to admonish you about the fact that if you took the time to do the work to create the video like they did, then yeah.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that shit too. We're gonna talk about that shit too. But first we're gonna talk about Landon Taylor Glue Girl.
What?
Landon Taylor Glue.
No, absolutely not. No.
What?
I mean,
am I reading that wrong? I'm looking at it on the screen. It says Landon Taylor Glue Girl.
I do have Gorilla Glue. Absolutely. But you saw what happened when I used it. So
that's a huge part of this. All right, so there's a lot going on, right? Like I said, a bunch of how my week went ties into this first story. So for anybody who's been living under a rock, no, even you're aware of this one. There was a woman, because here's the thing. We're not about to keep calling her a girl.
That's a grown woman.
That's a 40-year-old woman.
That's a grown woman.
40-year-old.
Biddy said she was thinking of the smoke.
I mean, so the long and short of it is my approach. One of the reasons I didn't put on the docket for last week is because something told me,
fall back,
chill out a little bit,
right?
And let's see how the dust settles. Like,
yeah, we learned that a long time ago.
Yes, we did.
We learned a long time ago.
Also, but the other reason is because my feelings during certain parts of revelation of this story made me feel away. And I was trying to fight to figure out which of those feelings were valid, which of them were potentially toxic, which of them were what they were, and how I was going to deal with presenting them.
Well, that's very self-reflective of you.
Well, I mean, it's what I do. Sometimes to my detriment. So we're here now. so let me walk through how the way I was feeling, when I was feeling, the way I was feeling when I found out what I found out each time. And I might miss something, but whatever, it is what it is. None of y'all was there. It happened here. So yeah. So when I found out that there was a Gorilla Glue girl, I was like, that poor baby. That poor baby. My initial
well, yeah, you're thinking about what that means potentially.
Because words.
Yeah.
That poor baby. Somebody done pranked her and gave her some Gorilla Glue to put in her hair and told her it was something. And then I watched the video, the first video. And I was like, well, first of all, she was not pranked.
No, she was not pranked.
This was of her own volition.
Yeah, it was.
And second of all, she's not the little girl that I thought she was.
No, she's not.
But again, that was just after seeing the video. Then I found out she's 40.
Yeah.
So my first thought was, damn, she looked good for 40. Black don't crack. My second thought was, because I had seen both sides of it. I'd seen the backlash and I'd seen the support.
Right.
And my second thought after thinking black don't crack, good shit, we out here. my second thought was, this dumb motherfucker.
Yeah.
That feeling has not changed.
I don't believe it should. I think it's a good feeling to have. I think it's an accurate feeling. Because just as an example, like I said, I have Gorilla Glue right here. And right here on the label, it says it is an eye and skin irritant.
Wait. I wanted to clear that up. I'm glad you said that because I forgot to do this. Because matter of fact, it goes into my next revelation. Next revelation was that she had been thinking about suing Gorilla Glue.
Yeah.
That was the TMZ report.
She wants the bag. She's looking for the bag.
She had thinking about suing. Now, when that came out, I'm like, no, that's not how that works. Let me because and the reason that she was thinking about suing was that, let me see. Yeah, it was that the container didn't say anything about hair. Okay. Let me read the definition of hair for you guys that are making that claim. A slender thread-like outgrowth of the epidermis of an animal.
The what?
The epidermis. Now that might have some people caught up. Okay, so let me go ahead. Epidermis. Let me do your one better.
I mean, it's the biggest organ on.
All right. Well, epidermis, the outer epithelial layer of the external integument of the animal body that is derived from the embryonic epiblast.
You were better off with just
wait.
You were better off. That's not going to help anybody.
Wait.
Don't know what epidermis.
Wait. Specifically, the outer, non-sensitive, and non-vascular layer of the skin.
Oh, okay. So, what I'll say simply to that is, even without knowing what epidermis means or that definition, the logistical problems should have been the first to hit your mind. If it says particularly skin irritant, when you take shampoo or any of the other stuff, hairdresser labs, Biddy said hairdresser labs. Look, when you put anything, shampoo, moisturizer, whatever, in your hair, it seeps down to past the hair into the skin covering right here over your dome cap.
That's true. But I want it to be exceedingly, abundantly clear that hair is skin.
Hair is skin.
So
not only am I in a hairless ape, I'm pretty much almost skinless ape.
No, I don't think that. That's not how that works. I don't think that's how that works. But hair is skin.
Yeah.
So there's no lawsuit here. But okay, she did an interview, and in the interview, she says, "No, I never planned on suing." All right, cool. But in this interview, the woman who is interviewing her asked her, "Have you ever used Gorilla Glue before?" Her retort, "Oh yeah, I used it before and it works well." And her the interviewer's follow-up was, "On your hair?" And she said, "Oh no. Wait a minute. So everybody out here with this defense of,
I
wish I took this screenshot. There was somebody talking about, oh, I know where it is. I do have it.
It's on Twitter. I saw a defense on Twitter.
There's a bunch of defenses on Twitter. There's
because one thing people love to do these days is defend the indefensible. That's all I've been seeing for a few years now. We typically love to defend the indefensible.
What do you think about the USA Today?
I think the USA Today is hit or miss. I have used them as references before, and when I do my fact check stuff, and they do fact check at time. But listen, the one thing that I think most adults who realize that you can't have ice cream for breakfast every breakfast, right? They realize that these entities, these institutions, are created, ran, and operated by people. So they're going to fuck up. They're going to make mistakes. This idea that these publications that basically, for the most part, get things somewhat correct, can't have an off day or off article or off editorial is bananas. That's just not. We're adults. You're adults. You can't have ice cream for breakfast.
Yeah.
Okay. You can't.
Right. All right. So we're going to tie the last two things that I said together about
ice cream for breakfast.
No. Well, no, maybe about the USA Today thing.
What's up, Ryan?
What else was it? We'll get to it because it's in the article. Oh, the defending the defenseless. And when I say defenseless, I don't mean people that can't defend themselves. I mean people that have no defense.
Defense for what they did. Yeah.
Yeah. I hate, and again, this goes back to my week. Sorry. Well, it varies.
Some weeks.
This goes back to my week. And I shared one of these instances with you. I hate when allies, quote unquote, ally too much. You ally in too hard. You're trying too hard to come to someone's aid in a situation where it's probably not even an issue. Here's one. The one I shared with you was there's a story that Marvel is doing right now where all of their superheroes except for Blade are in different characters.
Yeah.
So they're all alternate. Blade's the only one that realizes what's supposed to be real, and the shenanigans ensue. So in promoting this, and I do not blame them. In promoting this, a lot of places used a picture of Miles Morales, and they're saying Miles Morales is no longer Spider-Man, he's going to be Falcon. Which is true. I understand. Like, I don't have any problem with the way they reported it, because when you actually go to the article, it explains what happens.
Right.
Well, this is posted in a geek group that I'm in, and some white girl who's trying to be an ally. So it's like I'm torn on it, because I don't want to fault you, because you seem like you're trying to do right, but
you might be just a bit misguided.
Yeah, her response is, well, why can't the Black Spider-Man be Spider-Man? Why does he have to be another Black hero? Well, first of all, everybody is becoming a different hero. Not just the Black boy, the Black and Hispanic boy. No, not just him. Everybody. And oh, by the way, the only person that's not becoming a new character happens to be Black too. There's no racial thing here. That's not.
Now that we're talking about this again, I'm wondering if she's mixing her vegetables. Meaning, so there was an argument. There was an argument a while back for people who were completely unlearned about the comic book world and realm, who was looking for a reason to go at the social whatever, justice or whatever, right? And they tried to make a big deal about Miles Morales. Oh, now they got to have a Black Spider-Man, not realizing Miles Morales has been around for a while. Right? So I'm wondering if this... Yeah, come on, dog. I'm wondering if she was mixing her arguments up where she felt like it was an attack on the Black Spider-Man because she had heard, from the outskirts of that discussion somewhere. Yeah. I'm wondering if she was doing that, because that's nonsensical to have a position when you don't know this, you don't know the story.
And that's the thing. My first response to her was, she said, "Did I miss something?" I said, "Probably reading the article."
Yeah, that's probably what you missed.
And her response was, "I read the article. There's no way. There's no way."
No, listen, this is the other thing y'all gonna stop doing. Y'all gonna stop telling me you read something when you didn't, just to move on in the argument. All right, just we have the conversation. So you try to legitimize your non-point by telling me you read that when you didn't, and it's obvious.
There's no way you read it. It clearly says that this is happening to everybody.
Broken. What's up? Michael, what's up?
What's going on? It literally says it's happening to everybody except Blade. Everybody. Yeah. Everybody. This is not... All right,
and so Blade's Black, so...
All right. So, all right, fine, whatever. But I kept seeing instances of this type of phenomenon happen throughout the week. I'm on TikTok. Everybody know I'm on TikTok.
Right.
I'm actually enjoying that.
I know you are. I can tell.
It should have been.
It's mildly annoying. It's mildly annoying.
I don't care how you feel about it.
It's mildly annoying.
Actually, no. I'm sorry. I take that. I am even more.
You're overjoyed at that. I know. I know. Listen, I know this. This is an example of the very few times people say the dead man doesn't get his comeuppance. The dead man, they say it's been said. It's been said that, well, when it comes to dealing with the dead man, the house wins. He's always going to... No, actually, it's not the case, because eventually, the comeuppance shall occur. I take a certain amount of pride in my ability to troll my family and friends.
Yes, you do.
Troll my family and friends on a near regular basis. I'm not even talking about daily.
We're not going to... No. Stop underselling things.
No, I was about to give it all up. It's not just a daily, it's literally hour by hour. Like, there's a troll coming, you know what I'm saying? So I take pride in that. It's rather clever. It's never mean, right? No. I'm taking these digs, I'm hitting them with dad jokes. They really getting hit from all angles with dad jokes. double entendres. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on over there with that, right?
Right.
Thinking,
what up, Fab?
I will never get. What's up, Fab? I will never get my comeuppance. No, I've never thought that. You know why? Because I grew up with Marlon Peace, Sean Lassane. You know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up with Lawrence Taylor Jr. I grew up with the. Listen, I'm going to get my cup. It's going to happen. It's going to come. I knew eventually, and when it does, it's going to be down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. I already know. I already know, right? But before I go, night, yeah.
No, I get it. But yes, it is. The disdain for this new development makes the experience all the more better.
Yo, I swear, my approach to that. A lot of times, I be feeling just like my homeboy Kedrick, somebody else who was very good at trolling and getting you back. If that's his name, but no, my homeboy Kedrick, his grandmother. There was times when we were a bit too loud and a bit too crass, and I realizing that she was overhearing it, and a couple times she's overheard things that we said when we was growing up that we shouldn't have said, and her only response to that would be, "That's how I am." That's how I am. Some of the TikToks like, look at this.
Yo, but I only share with you the ones that I think you might find interesting.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
I don't share with him some of the mindless.
Well, even that is part of the troll, and I'm gonna tell you why. You get nothing out of not drawing me in.
That's
you
true.
Get nothing out of that with the troll.
That's true.
It's got to be part of it. Something that'll draw me in. It's got to be. That's part of the. Listen, I know about the troll game.
Yo,
I know all about the troll game.
I ain't gonna hold you. I don't know his name right now, and if I tried to find him, it would probably take too long.
Yeah,
but the nigga that keeps talking about the honey badgers, listen, yo, he is amazing. I'm absolutely following him, and his other videos are amazing as well. But anyway, so I came across a video on TikTok. This nigga talking about, I've noticed that when I go in my comments, it's all women. It's all women talking. It's never any men commenting. And that's because my content is about uplifting Black women. Shut the fuck up. No, that's not what that is.
No, it's not.
That is your following happens to be majority women. And on average, only 10% of your following is going to interact with you.
Yeah.
So yes, the majority of your comments are going to be the majority of the demographic that follows you. That's
First of all, he need to shut the fuck up.
Yes,
like, forever. Because if you do any amount of content on any of these platforms, pick YouTube. That's the one I'm most familiar with. YouTube. Clearly, right in the analytics, it shows you the makeup of your audience as far as sex wise, male, female, and what percentage.
Yes.
Yeah, like come on, man. This is not rocket science for real.
Let me be clear. This is not a statement saying that type of thing doesn't happen.
Oh, absolutely, it happens. I've seen it.
Absolutely. We've long been documented on this channel, on my old Facebook page, because I haven't really been on any real something that people might call preachy on my new Facebook page yet. I just haven't really been interacting too much with a bunch of people. But on my old Facebook page and on this very show, we talk about how Black men ain't shit.
Right.
There's a lot of instances where Black men be on some bullshit, as it is concerned to Black women.
Yeah. Like they're overly critical, but this ain't one of them times, B. This ain't one of them times. Nah.
Another instance of that shit. I just so happen to see it today. I was scrolling Instagram and there's a photo of a woman. It's not a photo, it's a video of a woman. She's a model. She's in a bathing suit. And she's up close and she backs away to reveal her baby bump.
Right.
In the caption, it says, maternity shoot. Right? Let me read one of these comments. Either you been eating or you pregnant. I don't just want to assume.
All right, so check this out, right? Check this out.
Talk to me.
These days, the trend is for challenges. People are doing challenges. That you see challenges all over Instagram, challenges all over TikTok, challenge. I have a challenge for you, and I hope this starts to trend. It's the read a damn book challenge. Oh, like, what the fuck is it? Says it right there.
Literally in the caption.
It says it right there. Do you know how often I see examples of this very thing? It's literally right there. No one's hiding anything from you. It's right there.
Literally right there.
Yo, you refuse to read it.
You made me
the Doritos.
But anyway, so this is a USA Today article. I hate you. That's not the article. That's me responding to them. Anyway. Gorilla Glue hair mishap comes to an end. Highlights lack of awareness about Black hair care. Let's stop right there. Now, this goes for the rest of this story too. We've talked about this. Generally, I don't like, and Tune doesn't like, going really deeply into conversations that are solely about a specific demographic that we aren't part of.
Yeah, right.
In general, as a rule, we don't do that.
We don't do that.
There are a couple of reasons that this is an exception. One is because it's a huge story, and there's been so many twists and turns.
Right.
Another one is because though I am not a woman, I am absolutely someone who Black hair care has to deal with that type of. I have hair. I am Black. So anyway,
yes.
let me read this bullshit ass.
We're all concerned about Black hair care.
Well, I mean, that's why I said I. That's why I said I. So the article. All Tessica Brown wanted was for her hair to be laid, but instead she found herself in a scary, sticky situation.
Oh!
When she turned to social media for help after using heavy-duty Gorilla Glue spray on her hair to keep it in place after running out of got-to-be-glued hairspray, which she noted was a bad idea. On Thursday, TMZ shared footage of Brown after she finally had the glue removed with the help of a plastic surgeon. The woman, who's been dubbed Gorilla Glue Girl, says she washed her hair 15 times to no avail. Since February 3rd, Brown has amassed a large following from stars to plastic surgeons and celebrity hairstylists, all invested in how her story plays out. And though Brown's circumstance may be on the extreme end of the spectrum, it speaks to how little people understand when it comes to Black hair care and the trials Black women have to go through to find adequate products.
No,
the fuck it does not.
No,
it does not. Let me review
this. This ain't that story, yo.
Let me review the facts for everybody listening. She is a 40-year-old woman. Why is that important? That means that she's been dealing with her hair for, I'll be conservative and say 20 years.
And who wouldn't intimately know about the hair care, Black hair care, than a Black woman that's been.
She knows something about it.
Come on, she knows something. It's her hair. It's her hair.
Okay. So she knows something about it. She had in the video, she showed you the container of the stuff that she usually used, the got-to-be glue spray. She showed that. She said, I ran out of this, so I thought I could use the Gorilla Glue spray. Now, when you add the interview that she did with Entertainment Tonight, we have evidence that she's used Gorilla Glue spray before. She knows what it's for.
Yeah.
She's used it for the proper use.
Right.
This was not a situation where she ran out of product, went to the store, couldn't find anything that could work for her hair, went to another store, couldn't find anything that worked for her hair, went to another store, couldn't find anything that worked for her hair, and then finally decided, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and use Gorilla. No. That is not what happened. This was not a scenario where she was suffering from a dearth of options to no.
Yeah, and you gotta figure the question that also could be asked is, if you ever ran out of, you knew what the Gorilla Glue was for. Let's get that out straight. Let's get that out them.
Because again, she admitted to using it before.
So if you
for
ever
its intended purpose.
Exactly. So if you ever ran out of Gorilla Glue, have you ever used the hair glue for Gorilla Glue purposes? Probably not. Probably not. He was like, damn, I'm out of Gorilla Glue. Let me go get me some Gorilla Glue. To do this, not your hair. So no. The take here is wrong.
Let me see. Where is it? This is one of the defenses that I was talking about. Honestly, instead of going after that girl, this should be a check for all to double check labels. And if you have kids, go through, I guess, if you have kids that go through the cabinet, freak accidents and weird decisions happen. I don't understand the hateful energy towards
whoa. You do realize that both things can be true.
Yes, I was just about to say that.
Both things can be true. Like you can
advocate literacy and roast the fuck out of an idiot.
Because basically, this is not. Listen, y'all need to stop acting like the facts here don't line up with some of these takes.
No,
she's obviously not somebody that lived in a vacuum when it comes to what Gorilla Glue is. So if that was the first narrative, throw that away, because she's admitted to have used the product before for its proper purpose. So she knows that Gorilla Glue is not for your hair. It's to glue shit together on any non-porous surfaces. She knows this.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Hold up. Another person said that if Brown's Gorilla Glue technique had worked, people would have rushed to pick up a can themselves. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? That doesn't matter.
All right, so I don't understand what
what point are you trying to say?
What's you trying to say? If it would have worked, like that made no sense to this conversation. Of course,
obviously.
Listen, if she found out that ingesting Gorilla Glue cured cancer, yes, we all would have, but it doesn't.
It would be a while before people believed her,
right?
But if we found out that to be true, yes, everybody would be. Yes, what the fuck?
I don't understand. I don't get it.
Hold on.
Please explain.
Spend banks on hair products and we talk to located products that every style's created. Said many people, not just black women, look for the stiffest. All right, cool. That's not really. That don't got nothing to do with it. Here we go. This is from the View host, Sunny Hostin. I don't know anything about her. I'm looking at a tiny.
Hold on, stop. Fab is insane, and he's like completely like swinging for the fences today. She wanted the Gorilla Glue stock number to raise like GameStop.
No. So somebody let me know if you watch The View. I don't know who Sunny Hostin is. All I can see is a very, very tiny circular AVI of her, and she's fairer skinned. I don't know if she's white.
I used to watch The View a long time ago and stopped because they started annoying me. But I don't know who they've changed hosts several times. Not all of them, because Whoopi's been there from the beginning, and the other comedian, I forget her name right now. She's been there from the beginning, but they have changed other hosts, so I don't know who that person is.
I'm about to look. Okay, she's black. The picture, the picture that I was looking at was not. All right, she is black. Okay, that had nothing to do with the point I was about to make. I was just curious. Now I gotta find this. I got so many tabs open because, like I said, I was consumed with this shit. Here we go. She says, so many people are being dismissive of Gorilla Glue Girl, Given the history of how Black women are targeted and still battle the pervasive belief that our natural hair is unprofessional, unkempt, or in some way a statement, please show her some grace and understanding. The two have nothing to do with each other.
Yeah, I think we need to see. I don't like when people be blending shit like that.
Yes,
let's split that, because there is a
both
conversation.
are true.
Yeah, there's a conversation you can have about that, because that is absolutely. There's been studies, like there is something there, but that has nothing to do with the specific thing that we're talking about right here. Is her making the executive decision.
Yo,
to take some shit she already knew wasn't for that and put it in her hair. And
all right. So again, another thing that happened with me changing how I feel about this thing was the interview, the Entertainment Tonight interview. Because the interview happened after she had went to the doctor. She had gone to the doctor and said that they had figured out a way that was working to unstick her hair, right?
Okay.
The issue is
awesome.
It was painful.
Not so
and yeah, it was painful, and they said it was going to take about 20 hours the way that they were doing it.
They couldn't put her to sleep and do it.
I don't know. Maybe they didn't want to put her to sleep. Those details weren't provided.
Right.
She said the reason she left the hospital is because she didn't want to be there for 20 hours. Now, and the reason given was because she's a mother.
Okay.
When I first heard I'm a mother, I got kids, I don't want to be away from them for that long. All right, okay. My instinctual reaction was, so you just don't care. You don't care enough about getting this taken care of. That's 20 hours. 20 hours is a day, a little bit less than a day.
But with this, like, I understand the visceral reaction to it. I hate the hospital. I hate that shit. And I've been in there for multiple days. So I get the initial. And I know you do too. So I get the visceral knee jerk. 20 hours. I get that. However, the shit is still in your head.
Right.
So you're gonna have to make a decision.
But then it was like, all right, I'm side-eyeing you on that, right? But then there's the surgeon who he feels like he can do it. He developed a concoction. He has a chemistry background, and it's a like $14,000 procedure. He's going to do it pro bono. So
the squeaky wheel gets the
The issue with that, though, where the it doesn't make sense, it's incongruent. You live in Louisiana. He lives somewhere in California, I believe.
Oh, damn.
You have to fly to him in order to get this done. And the procedure ended up taking, I think he said 4 hours, a little bit more than 4 hours, maybe 5 hours.
So what, it's like a 7-hour flight from Louisiana? I'm guessing. I'm about to see.
I would say probably closer to 4. But I'm not 100% sure on that one. But we got the Googles.
Exactly. That's about 4.5.
4.5. So that's
depending on from where in Louisiana you come from. Because if you're from Baton Rouge or something, that's 5 hours. So yeah,
we gonna leave it at 4.5. We're gonna leave it at
4.5. So 4.5.
It's 9 hours. Round trip.
Yeah, it's 9 hours. And then the 4 hours.
4 hours.
Yeah.
So it's 13 hours. Then that's just if you flew directly from the airport to the hospital.
And that's also barring any the time it takes you to get to
the airport, because you're supposed to be at the airport 2 hours before, and now we're in COVID. I'm pretty sure that went up.
Yeah, absolutely.
We will keep it at 2. We will keep it at 2. So we had 15 hours, right? But then again, 2 hours to get back, so that's 17 hours.
Right.
And then from the airport to the hospital, let's just say it's 30 minutes.
Right.
It's another hour. So we're at 18 hours. I'm fairly certain that you just didn't go there, get the procedure, leave right away.
Nah.
Like, go there, go straight to the hospital, get the procedure, go straight to the airport. I'm fairly certain it's not happening.
Nah.
So we're looking at least 18, 19, close to 20.
My question is this though: the procedure that man's talking about, is it not painful?
Here's the thing. From what this is speculation. This part of speculation. From what I've seen, she had no evidence that it would or would not be. She made her decision to leave the hospital.
Right.
She had no evidence that it would or would not be painful.
Right.
Now, if she did have evidence that it would not be painful, then yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. But again, then the reason would have been the pain, not the time.
Not the time, right? The time away from the kids, right?
So I'm like, all this is having me looking at her sideways a little bit, like. So then you have potentially ancillary things, like the fact that now her social media says that she has a talent manager.
She has a what?
A talent manager.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Recently, I'm gonna say really in the last 10 years, I have started to really recognize the value of getting the bag, right? Of securing the bag, because it gives you options, and all that other stuff is really ancillary. If you don't have the bag, if you can't secure the bag. So I'm guessing what she's thinking is, I got all this attention.
Listen.
I got to monetize this in some way.
Listen. So I'm split on this, right? On the one hand, anything that befalls you, if you decide and are able
to make some money,
split that over, and make that bag,
secure the bag. Secure the bag.
Secure the bag at all costs. But on the other hand, all the evidence so far,
right,
that seems like some of this is fishy.
It's like, definitely it's pretty shaky, baby.
Now we go back to this. Now we go back to this Entertainment Tonight article. Interview. And the lady asked her something to the effect of, I don't remember the specifics, something that equals her capitalizing on this in some way, shape, or form.
Right.
Her response. I think it was something about sponsorships or brand deals or promo, something.
Right.
Her response. I don't want to do that because people would think that I did this for the money.
But you have a talent manager now.
Listen. I digress. So, so all this happens, and I'm like, Now, I'm about to say something that some people who listen to me and hear the things that I say and see the things that I've posted might consider a hot take. So I'm saying this ahead of time to let everyone know that the views that are about to be expressed are those solely of James Davis, not necessarily SPJ, not Tombstone the Dead Man.
We got to hear him first.
Not the Black Culture Geeks, not Multi-World Entertainment.
This is simply James Davis. A walking garbage cow.
I mean, listen. Protect Black women. That is a statement with a period, right?
Yeah.
Protect Black women. I'm rooting for everybody Black. That's a statement with a period, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing. I don't subscribe to either version of those statements that has a period at the end of it. I subscribe to both of those statements with commas. I throughout this entire time, one of the things that I haven't mentioned yet that came to my mind when talking about the story is, damn, I hope she don't fuck her head up. Like, I hope there's nothing like permanent, like some type of damage or anything.
Right.
The entire time. While I was laughing at her and while I was like thinking like, oh man, this is
because you can do both. This is the other thing people don't realize. You can absolutely, yo, I don't want this to be some long-term damage. But I'm going to laugh because
you were dumb as fuck.
You were dumb as fuck for what you did. Yeah.
Right. So there's that. If protecting Black women means that I have to attack people who laughed at a person's glaring stupidity, that's a comma that I'm on the other side of. I am not going to attack people who say words about a person's stupidity
and not about the fact that she's a Black woman. Yeah, right. I like, because at the end of the day, and this is what I see people attempting to do with this story from my outside view of it, because I've always, look, you know me, it depends on what the topic is, but sometimes I feel like I don't need to have a take on everything. Right, I don't need that. But what it seems to me what's happening is people are doing their god awful best to try to merge this story in with that.
Right.
From what that person said in the USA Today article about that. Like, y'all reaching.
You're conflating.
You're conflating. This is purely a story about a person.
A single person doing a dumb ass thing.
Made a dumb decision. And now that we know she already knew what Gorilla Glue was for, basically she took a chance that this shit would do the same type of thing that the hair glue would do. She took a chance and she crapped out. She rolled the dice and she crapped out with that. So this is not about anything else other than a person who said, a person who decided, I'm going to use the butt of my gun as a hammer to drive this nail in because I can't seem to find my hammer. And then did this and shit went off. That's what this is. That's what this is. And since that's what this is, you are perfectly within your right to laugh. You're perfectly within your right to give her a Darwin Award. Right? Because you made that. Nah, you was of sound mind. you was of sound mind.
And shout out to Jaded Nerd. That's one of the things that he kept saying on one of his videos about this thing. He kept saying she sounds so level-headed. She sounds so level in the ET interview. She sounds so level-headed because the interviewer asked her, he said, what do you say about the people that say you did this purposely for clout? She said, who in their right mind? That is how she started that sentence. And when she said that, I said, hold on. The answer to the question is nobody, but we're missing some parameters.
Yeah.
Are you in your right mind?
Well, wait a minute. That's a good question. But the other question is, she said she's about to say, who in their right mind would do this for clout?
Yeah.
So let's remove clout. Let's move the clout thing out the way. And then slide in the hammer, the gun being used as a hammer.
Who in their right mind would do this? Question mark. The answer still should be nobody.
It should be nobody. It really should be.
The answer should still be nobody. All right, but now with all the skepticism that I've introduced, clearly I'm not the only person that felt that some of this was a little iffy. Now, my take was never that she faked it.
For clout, right.
That was never, my take was never that she faked it.
Right.
My take was the story don't add up. The story just
there are certain things in the story. Now, one might argue, the fog of war. Okay, possibly, but but just going off of certain statements that she herself has made about it.
And full disclosure, I do a lot of shit that don't make sense.
Dude, it's me.
The show.
This show don't make sense. I'm saying, like, but we do it. We do 140 episodes. This motherfucker.
147. This 148.
Yeah.
So, but there were those out there who was like, "Oh nah, no, let's go." Agua says, "I love Tombstone's perspective on this. It's never a good idea to put cement in your hair.
No,
I think we can all agree. Apparently not.
Before this incident, I would have agreed with you.
Yes,
that we all could agree with that. But now I'm not so sure that all of us will agree to that.
No, I can't.
For the record, I have Gorilla Glue. I've used Gorilla Glue for a long time. Like, so her and I are very similar in the fact that we both have used this, and I never saw it.
Yo,
you know, I just can't seem to go to sleep tonight. My eyelids will not stay closed. I think I'll use Gorilla Glue. I've never. Facts, fam. I'm about to. We need to hit up Gorilla Glue. We need some sponsorships. I didn't put this in the.
Look, first of all, the fact that you have manual focus on means that we can't. We have no proof that that's Gorilla Glue.
No, that's true. But I'm glad I did that because you're not getting no visual previews until you. We just got finished talking about securing the bag. You know what I'm saying?
You got it. Oh, like I said, my take was never that she faked it, but there were some who had that take.
Yes,
right?
Yes.
So there was a guy,
gorilla blindfold, Ogma's ass.
Hey, listen. So there was a guy, also from Louisiana. What the fuck is up with Louisiana? Anyway, that girl faked that. That's not how Gorilla Glue works. Let me show y'all. So you haven't heard this, have you?
It's been on the peripheral of my awareness.
This dumb motherfucker put Gorilla Glue on basically a solo cup, a red solo cup.
What are we doing? What are we doing, y'all?
And he put it in his mouth.
Bro,
in his mouth.
Can I speak to the American people real fast?
Wait. Predictably for some, but apparently not for everybody. Apparently, I have to say this. But predictably for me, the next thing we saw about him was him in the emergency room trying to get it removed, and he might possibly lose part of his lip.
Oh, heaven forfend. Listen, I'd like to take this moment to address the American people.
Okay. I'll yield the floor.
Now, none of you voted for me. I was elected by no one. And yet, I feel it is my responsibility to say something to you at this time. As much as I really detest you murdering chimps. What are we doing when clearly you see a bad event take place from doing a specific act, and then you run out and make it even worse because she put it on her hair, which is skin, but it's loose. It's this. It's a barrier to the other type of skin you have there. He put it directly on his lips. Listen. We need y'all to do better. While
I used to have that take, right? I don't think so anymore.
That's a good. You know what? I see where you're going with this.
Gorilla Glue girl has happened. Gorilla Glue nigga has happened, And the world has continued to spin somehow.
It has, but you know what it has, what they have added, they have added much mirth to the world from their predicament. While that is true, they've also added some anxiety because I'm sitting here going, God damn it. You know that question they've been asking since January 6th? Is this what we are?
Is this what we represent?
I'm asking.
The answer is yes. The answer is clearly. So that happened, right? So I was
just an aside, I'm gonna put this in because this reminded me directly to do this. Panama is dope. Y'all should go there. Go ahead.
All right. So that happened, and that predicted. Gorilla Glue nigga didn't bother me, right?
Mayonnaise didn't bother you.
No, that didn't bother me because everything about that was predictable, right?
Right.
Everything about that, like it was. We were aware. So here's the things about the differences between the two.
Right.
One had shock value. It took us by surprise because we had no reason to ever expect.
Somebody
would do this.
Yeah, facts.
Sadly, some of us, a very small percentage of us, could absolutely predict that there would be imitators. Now, mind you, I did not, but I could have. It's not a surprise that there was imitators. So his lacked shock value. So that's a very important factor in entertainment. The second one, predictability. Now, there are some people who argue about predictability in entertainment, and I would argue that predictability is relative because if you are a parishioner of said form of entertainment, then things are going to be predictable to you because you know how things work in that form of entertainment.
Right.
Like, for instance, there are people who complain about, there are wrestling fans who complain about wrestling being predictable, but you're a wrestling fan.
You've been watching that shit for
25 years.
Yeah.
So, some things are predictable because that's the logical progression of how that story should have gone.
Just say that over the time you've watched it, it has worn certain grooves into your brain to the point where it's annoying to you. You don't want to watch it anymore.
Sure.
That's all. But don't say you're surprised that it's predictable or it's bad.
No.
It's predictable. No, it's certain things that's inherent to that particular form of entertainment. Someone's going to get the shit slapped out of them with a chair. It's going to happen. A ref is going to be distracted in the dumbest way possible. It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. So he lacks the shock factor. His was predictable in a bad way.
Yeah.
Because no one, again, him, sure, but no one in their right mind would have expected any other outcome than the outcome that he got.
He would have been much better off sniffing that glue instead of putting it on his lips.
Also, when we're talking about things such as ridicule,
ridicule culture,
Black men sure are still black. However, they're not at the bottom of that ladder.
Nah.
They're not at the bottom of that ladder. So for all these reasons, I'm just not. Yeah, I'm not.
No.
I don't feel
those are solid reasons. My main reason though is because he's a jackass.
Well, sure. No, listen.
He's the ass of jacks, and
if you want to be obvious.
That, sure. I mean, like this just happened.
Literally, we have. Yo, that's funny. What show was it? I think it might have been Family Guy or something like that, where something happened and then somebody tried. Oh, boom! It was Family Guy. I think Peter was trying out a flying machine or something like that. And somebody was like, I feel like we have evidence vaguely somewhere that this isn't going to work.
Right.
Yes, evidence exists. And that is exactly
what happened. Imagine, yo? Can you imagine?
Literally just happened.
Can you imagine if somebody jumped out when a subway train is coming and get mashed, and everybody go, "Damn, that's crazy," and then somebody says, "No, he ain't do it right," and then jumps backwards.
Oh my God!
Because that's the proper way to do the shit.
I feel like I should not have laughed at that. I feel bad for laughing at that, but you are right.
This guy is a dingleberry of the highest order, and he is not worthy of any sympathy.
No,
he's not worthy of none of that. Because look, that girl, it's up in the air. Some people gonna feel away, like you said, the surprise factor, and then a lot of misinformation came out ahead of it to kind of twist the narrative in her favor. Plus the way she went at it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can see people being caught off guard with that, having a knee-jerk reaction to that. I get that. This guy, he is worthy of no such in-depth analysis, no such assessment. He is not worthy of the lands and people he has betrayed.
All right.
I cast him out.
Okay. Well, okay, let's cast him out. Okay. So he's done. All right. But there was another.
Oh, come on. We're not doing that.
And again, shout out Jaded Nerd. I don't know if he got a chance to check this out or not. But he sent me these links. And this one in particular is a video from a woman who started her YouTube specifically for this reason, to debunk Gorilla Glue Girl. Now,
oh jeez.
I have to read this because you can't make this shit up. So my opening statement. I've studied the tapes. I have diligently perused the links provided. Here's my take on this preponderance of evidence. Now, video aside, one of the things that I keep seeing to prove that this is all a hoax is the question, why didn't she stop the GoFundMe when it hit its goal? So the GoFundMe that she set up had a goal for, I believe, $1,500. At some point, it has been reported to pass 20K. The question is, why did she not stop the GoFundMe when it hit its goal? Yeah. Let me be clear to everyone out here. Listen to me clearly, effectively. Listen to understand what I'm saying.
What are you saying?
Because this is not a joke.
What?
This is serious business. This is 100%. You could put this in my last will and testament if you would like.
Absolutely.
If I have a GoFundMe for any reason, I am not going to stop it when it hits its goal simply because more people want to donate to my cause. That's not ever going to happen. Again, let me repeat and reiterate in a different way so I can explain to you how serious I am about this matter.
Damn it.
If I have a scenario, matter of fact, if
for those of you that are listening to this on Spotify or Apple Podcasts and others, he just moved the mic out of his face to let you know he wants to look directly. That's why y'all need to be coming to the live stream and watching this on the live stream.
Absolutely. If there is ever a scenario in which I am either forced or slightly pushed or anywhere in between to take donations for a cause
Officer said, "Let me turn and face the camera to address the American people."
Absolutely.
Mike said he's looking right into my eyes.
I am. If I am forced or lightly shoved in a direction or anywhere in between to take up donations for any cause, no matter how frivolous it may be, when the goal is hit, you must acquit. No, I'm joking.
Oh, hey, easy.
When the goal is hit and the number keeps rising, it will be left alone until the number stops rising.
Facts.
All right. So anyway, to this video. So
you got to secure the bag.
This video starts off with this woman, this black woman, this black woman saying about how this is a
Fam said you spitting
about how this whole thing is a hoax and blah blah this blah blah that. She starts off her argument by saying that the girl is dumb. She starts off by saying she's dumb. Then she proceeds to put Gorilla Glue in her hair. Now. Allow me to explain. She puts Gorilla Glue in her hair because what she's trying to do is prove that the entire thing is fake.
It's cap. She said it's cap. And now it looks like she's going to have to wear one.
Well, no, listen. No. Listen. So let's go back to the original story. Her story was she was going somewhere. She was in a little bit of a hurry. She was put the finishing touches on her hair, and she ran out of the got to be glue. Shout out to my boy Jay Nerd. She ran out of that, so she like, all right, I can use the Gorilla Glue. She sprayed it on. She said, now we move from the original story to the interview. In the interview, she said she had planned on washing it out when she got home. That was the plan. That was the goal.
She's gonna wash it out when she got home.
That's what she said. Now, who knows? Hold on, I gotta step away from the foolishness for a minute to read this comment from Mike. When I was in a bad shape and I set up a GoFundMe, it was for the bare minimum. It didn't cover everything. It was just keep me from my life being destroyed. More would actually keep me even. So no, take more. Because people put the minimum often, not what they actually need.
Here's the thing, to that point. So on one of the platforms where I sell my music is Bandcamp.
Ah, perfect.
They literally give you the option to put a minimum price, but also give them the option to give as much as they want. Facts. Listen and hear me well. I have been selling music off of Bandcamp for about a decade. Years. Shut up. And most of the time, people give more than what I'm asking.
That's generally how that works. If somebody's going to be brought to donation, they generally, sure, there are a bunch of people that can only give what they can, but everybody literally can only give what they can.
Right.
You can't give any more than you have to give. But if you're brought to donation, normally people will give as much as they possibly can.
Facts. But said she better get home within 30 seconds.
No, that's incorrect. That's incorrect. That's incorrect. Let me finish. So, back to this video trying to debunk her. So, she calls the girl stupid for putting Gorilla Glue in her hair, and then she puts Gorilla Glue in her hair. Now, first, right there, that tells me your elevator might not go all the way upstairs.
Yeah.
Because not only was Tessica dumb, but you called her dumb and then did the exact same, what you think. Because this is important. You did what you think is the exact same thing that Tessica did.
She wasn't there for that.
Right. All right, so the video goes on. So she puts it in her hair, and the point of her putting it in her hair is to show that there is a white residue that shows up when she's spraying it on her hair. And she's like, well, how was your hair so black and how was your hair so shiny? Now, if we go back to the original video, now this is not me defending Tessica to say that this is everything she said was true, because I don't fucking know. I don't know. But this is just me interjecting the facts that I do know. So if we go back to Tessica's story, she says, she actually gives a reason for it being shiny. She said, for the past such and such amount of time, me and my mother have been trying everything. We've been trying olive oil, we've been trying this oil, that oil. That's why it's so shiny. She literally says that out of her mouth. But anyway, back to the debunking video. So
that screech in the beginning.
No, that's not that's the third video.
Oh, I'm about to say, if that's an example, just that screech alone let me know that she wasn't going to pay attention to anything the other person said about
You're so dumb. So she puts it in her hair, and she goes on about how when you put the Gorilla Glue in your hair, it tacks up. It's not soft and blah 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 anymore.
She had to, folks.
No, wait, no.
She had to put that. She ain't going by a doll.
Well, she said she did it on a wig the night before, and that's what gave her the courage to do it on her hair.
No. Hold, stop. The other day,
mm-hmm.
I pulled the gun out,
mm-hmm.
and I shot a mannequin in the head, and that's what gave me the courage to shoot myself in the head.
No, I get it. No, there's more.
Shit is dumb.
No, listen, there's more of that. There's more of that. We're gonna get to it because we're gonna talk about all this shit. So she said that's what gave her the courage to do it in her own head. Bet. Got you. I follow your logic. I don't I get
using the logic very loosely.
Absolutely. Again, that's gonna come back up too. So she did that, and she explained how you would have had to style it first with something else, and then put the Gorilla Glue on there, which does not disprove anything.
No, it doesn't. Because
nothing about that wasn't even an argument. You're arguing against something that wasn't even made.
Strawmanning the fuck out of everything.
So, all right, bet. So
and she still could have explained all that while having a doll head right there and go, see, what you do this, and then you
absolutely.
And she could have did all that.
So
what?
Then she proceeds. She proceeds because she has half her hair braided, and she was putting the Gorilla Glue on the front part of her hair where her edges is, because she was showing the point that you can't lay edges with Gorilla Glue. It's like, okay, again, like you said, that's something that I didn't need a visual demonstration.
You definitely need to risk your own hair and skin.
No, hey,
shit like that. Like,
tis what tis. Tis what tis. So the other half of her hair was out. So she styled it into a ponytail, and then she did got to be glue, the stuff that Tessica ran out of. She used that, and then she switched to the Gorilla Glue and sprayed it in her hair. So about, I want to say 5 minutes. This is not 100% accurate time. It might have been less, actually. About 5 minutes into the video, this part that she sprayed first, she started pouring goof off on. Now, let me be clear. I should have said this at the beginning of the story. Anybody out here listening to this, and I feel before this story happened, I would have felt it was ridiculous for me to have to say this. However, here comes a new challenger. Do not try any of these things that I'm talking about at home for several reasons. These things are not made for the human body. That's I feel like I shouldn't have to say this, but I feel like I have to say this. Anyway,
I tend to use goof off every so often, like when I would go to them amusement parks and way too many people there.
Shut up. Anyway, so for those who don't know what goof off is, goof off
I didn't just
has a couple.
Huh? I didn't just explain it.
You did not accurately explain it at all. I mean, that would work, but that's not. It would work for a different reason. Goof off is a very strong solvent. it removes shit. That's why it's called goof off. Like, you can use it to remove spray paint. You can use it to remove paint.
You can spray it in the air and then wipe away reality.
Yeah, again, that's not.
You can't use that.
No, shit. Again, it may possibly have that effect, but not for the reasons that because anything you spray could potentially die from it. But anyway, so again, she pours this on the spot where she had put the Gorilla Glue.
With Flex Seal.
So let me. So she does this, right? She does this, and then she's still talking. And then she says something. That is the 50-minute video. I was about 7 minutes in or something. And that's funny. So then she says something about CNN and it being fake news. And I'm like, hold on.
Uh-oh.
Vaguely. Because it wasn't in the front of my mind. When I heard that, something triggered in the back of my mind.
No, it did.
Like, hold on.
No, it did.
Let me open this new tab and type in that phrase. CNN fake news. You're a fucking Trump.
Right. Yeah. It's a red flag, yo. So
I closed the tab. I ain't gonna hold you. So I didn't watch the end of that video. It was a 50-minute video. I was prepared to watch it, but once I heard that out of her mouth, again, this is a black woman. When I heard that out of her mouth, I immediately erased her existence temporarily.
You snapped.
Temporarily, I snapped. Temporarily. But then something made me think, like, hold on. Let me look at her YouTube channel. Because again, I saw in the comments that somebody said, thank you for making this YouTube or something like that. So like I said, she had created this YouTube for the purpose of debunking Gorilla Glue Girl.
See what they do for views?
I mean, so I go and look at the other two videos. One of these videos is her video where she's responding to responses from that first video, the 50-minute one.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that people were saying accurately, which actually matters, is that Tessica had the Gorilla Glue in her hair for longer. Now, why does this matter, ladies and gentlemen? Let me read you this.
Should be pretty much self-explanatory.
No, it's not. We can't.
Yeah, I can't say that anymore. You're right.
Yeah, we can't take any of this shit for granted.
I can't say that anymore. You're right. Absolutely.
So,
bad monkey.
This is the an official statement, not statement. It's official instruction from Gorilla Glue. This is on their website, and I believe it's on some of their packaging. I don't know if it's on every product, but if you don't have a clamp, basically it starts in the middle. Basically, you're supposed to make sure that the thing that you're applying it to is clean and dry. Right. Once it's clean and dry, you apply the Gorilla Glue, you stick it together, and they advise that you use a clamp to hold it together.
That's right. Got to put some pressure on it for a period of time.
Now, if you don't have a clamp, use heavy objects or Gorilla Tape to achieve the appropriate clamping pressure.
Yep.
For lighter objects, try using rubber bands or hold the pieces together tightly. Clamp objects for 1 to 2 hours. Now, that some people might have heard that and say, but what does that have to do?
No. These are standard rules. These are standard rules. I've been using
here's the haymaker. For best results, allow 24 hours to cure.
Right.
What does that mean? That means that the bond of Gorilla Glue does not reach its apex until around 24 hours.
Right.
So, you putting Gorilla Glue in your hair for 5 minutes or so, and then immediately applying goof off to it,
it's not the same.
It's not the same thing.
And here, ladies and gentlemen, is where I want to talk to you about the scientific method and why it's important. So when scientists do their peer review stuff, they literally look at the experiment, see the results that the person claimed they got, And then they go about the task of repeating everything this person said they did to see if they get the same result. She did not do that. And listen, that video that we're talking about from 3 days ago, where it was supposed to be the first debunked video, got 41,000 views on a channel that only has a little over 1,000 subscribers, 2,481 comments. Now, I did not wade through all of the comments because I am just seeing this shit now, and I wouldn't have anyway, because that's a god-awful amount of trash.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
But a lot of these people in here are patting her on the back, and all of this shit.
It's wildly congratulatory.
And it's like, this is disturbing.
Yes.
Because it shows how many people do not understand the beauty and simplistic wisdom of the scientific method, and you repeating the exact same process to get the same result.
If that would be the equivalent of you coming over, work on some content. We know it's gonna be a long day. I make some barbecue wings.
Right.
We eat the wings. You like, yo, these wings is fire. How did you what did you do? I give you, whether I give it to you or not,
right?
The recipe exists. You like, I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna achieve the same exact result, but I'm not gonna do exactly what you do.
Right.
And then being like, aha,
eureka.
No, it's not how this shit works. But anyway, this continues. Her response to people saying that Gorilla Glue Girl had the Gorilla Glue in longer was, first, I looked at her Instagram. If you look at her Instagram, she doesn't look like the type who would leave a weave in her hair for a month. Number one, it wasn't a weave.
Hold up. Also, for those of you that are listening to this, just the audio, I'm face palming hard as shit because she just sat there with a straight. This is the type of people. This is shit I be talking about. She sat there and said, she doesn't look like the type of person. And for her, that's evidence.
Yep.
That shit is crazy. And I want you all, because we can goof on her. Oh, but I want you all that might come across this on Spotify or this video on YouTube or whatever, look at yourselves for a second. Because I have talked to many of you chimps, and y'all use the same specious ass bullshit. How is that evidence? She don't look like the type of person. You know what? Stephen Hawkins, you don't look like the type of person that would know anything about physics.
Right.
The fuck are you talking about?
Yo, okay. So number one, it wasn't a weave. It was her real hair. Now she had an attachment at the end, but that had nothing to do with the Gorilla Glue. Second, it doesn't take a month for Gorilla Glue to cure.
No, it doesn't.
So even if she was lying about the month part, it only takes 24 hours.
Right. She was already screwed after the first day.
Right. All right. So another response to that was, her hair is always done, so she must know a lot about hair. Let me present to you. No, you stop. You stop. You stop right now. Let me present to you some other arguments that are just as valid. Your parents always bother you on social media, so they must know a lot about how social media works. Wait, no. You stop. You are always driving somewhere, so you must know a lot about cars. Wait, damn it. Celebrities are always dressed nicely, so they must know a lot about clothes.
I'm always drinking water, so I must know how to make it rain.
Like, yo, what the fuck are we talking about here?
No, actually, this is on brand because anybody, listen, to say she don't, that is completely consistent with the other argument she made.
It is. It absolutely is.
And that's what's scary.
That is the issue.
Because there is a lack of logic chain right there. And it's like, holy fuck, how do you walk straight and chew gum?
Oh no, the logic gets worse. So another thing she says in the video is, I think this is the second video. She says that the doctor who performed the surgery is good because he showed everyone in his video that it was fake without saying the words that it's fake. And she continues to say, Nigerians, quote unquote, don't play that mess.
Yeah.
Also,
come on, man.
Because she also said that because Tessica was already flying to him for the procedure, that he had to do it.
Ogma's ass. But
so yeah. It goes on. Like the beat. And the show. It goes on. Let me play this video for you. I'm not gonna play this whole video because
no, please don't. And also,
turn
your volume down. Turn your volume down a little bit because she's a little loud.
I think I turned it down, but I'm not
to
sure.
Be sure, right?
Yeah. So volume warning for everybody.
Okay, if everybody that thought that I was being a hater on this young lady, here, proof. Thanks, Dark Nooks. Thanks, Dark Nooks.
Oh, also, it really benefits you to be watching this because the part that I'm about to address next is visual.
Good looking out. Please go to his page. Please like. If her hair was literally stuck with Gorilla Glue, how in the hell did she change the position of her ponytail? Because if her hair is swooped, that means it was stuck swoop. How in the hell is all her hair being slicked back now? Here's the pictures. Check this out.
Now, let me stop real quick. So far, for those that are not watching, there have been 3 pictures shown. All 3 of them look exactly the same. The one difference being that one of them is flipped horizontally. Wait, okay. All right, hold on. Again, looks the same. Again, there's another picture from her left profile. It is the first profile shot that we've seen. So we have no evidence that it looks different than any other picture. Okay. Now they add a picture from the back. Again, the first picture from the back that we've seen, so there's no evidence of change. Okay. Another picture from the back that looks just like the other picture from the back. And that's all of her proof that her hair looks different.
Again, it's on brand. Listen, I gotta say.
Oh, she titled that video, "The Plot Just Thickened."
No, the plot thinned. The plot is anorexic as fuck. Look, I don't want to hear, like, I had back a little while ago friends that used to say to me, and family members used to say to me, why do you get so goddamn frustrated talking with these people? I mean, there is so many layers of dumb shit that you have to scoop through to get an intelligent conversation with a lot of folks. That it's like, it's frustrating and it's maddening. But even with that, I could deal with that if it wasn't the arrogant ignorance that you think you didn't mastered or figured out some shit. And literally every method that you have used to figure out what you think you know flies in opposition of every way we know that works.
Of physics.
It is appalling. It is maddening. This is Sparta. No, I'm confusing metaphors. What I'm saying is this shit, trying to hold conversations. And this is the other thing. I know her. Not personally.
Oh, no. We all know her.
But we all know her. I've talked to people like her. I have. My whole life. And that's why I don't. That's why I don't.
Wait. So I told you the logic keeps getting worse, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
it couldn't possibly.
I went to the comment section of one of the, I can't remember which video. Not into, I just did a cursory, just to see if anything stuck out.
Right.
And here's the conclusion I came to. Watching people trying to logic is cringy.
Yeah.
Listen. One thing I found very odd is that TMZ had I didn't mention this. So another reason that made me look at it sideways is TMZ had exclusive rights to go in and record the process of her getting the Gorilla Glue out of her hair.
Right.
Again, make the bag, but I don't want to hear about you not taking advantage of this.
Yeah, facts.
No, that's one of the situations you got to pick one.
Yeah,
I have no problem with you capitalizing off of your misfortune.
Somebody ought to, because look, the news is going to. They're going to get their, you know what I'm saying?
But anyway, one thing I found very odd is that TMZ had an exclusive deal to record her getting her hair fixed by the doctor. However, TMZ recently came out and said that Tessica had plans to sue Gorilla Glue. Tessica says that was a lie and she never said that. That is suspicious to me. Which is it? If TMZ has an exclusive to your situation, why are they lying on you? I don't know. I just found it odd. Let me
oh shit.
I didn't take this person's name because I don't want to know if this is a woman. Because out of everything that we've come across so far with the situation, you are the weakest link. You are the dumbest motherfucker in this entire scenario. Let me explain how things work. Because
how do they work?
People don't like doing a little bit of cursory searching. I'm not even going to call it research because,
it's not research. Yeah, I hate it.
It's not even, we're not asking you to even research things. We're asking you to simply type and click.
That's all.
That's it. Type and click. But anyway, the TMZ report that said that sources are telling them that she was considering a lawsuit. Number one, could still be true.
Right.
She could just be lying about that.
Or the sources could be. Because that's what they said, right? They said sources.
It's sources.
Right.
So that doesn't say that they got it from her.
Right.
Now, what a lot of people have, and we talked about this. Matter of fact, we talked about this a while ago. So this should be less of an issue now, but apparently it's not. What a lot of people have is a mistrust of TMZ, and for a part, I empathize with that because people conflate whether something is good morally with something whether it is accurate.
Right.
TMZ has an impeccable track record of being right. Actually, nobody's right all the time. We talked about that already. Yeah. But TMZ is legitimate news. When it first started, it wasn't. It was just shock and tabloid.
Right.
But no, TMZ is a legitimate news source. They've worked to earn that. And I don't agree with a lot of shit that they do, but that doesn't change the accuracy of their reporting.
Mm-hmm.
Their reporting is fairly accurate. But anyway,
I think the reason that happened though is because once you start making enough money and start getting a bunch of eyeballs on your content, the odds of being sued the shit out of increased when you put some bullshit up there that you didn't properly source.
Facts.
So
facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was something that they had to do.
They had to do that.
Yeah. So that's those things, but also there's this little construct that humans tend to use. The vast majority of us. There are a few outliers who haven't jumped on the train yet. It's called time. Time.
I know not of what you speak, sir.
Of course you don't. You live outside of it. But this construct has rules. Time travel is theoretical, so we're not introducing that in any way.
Human time travel. Tachyons do it.
Well, sure. So we're not introducing that to this argument because it's theoretical. There's not enough evidence to affect the argument that I'm about to make.
Right.
So when something happens that may seem contradictory to something else, a part of the context of trying to figure out if it's actually contradictory. What up, sis? Part of the context of finding out if it's actually contradictory or not is finding out when what happened.
Yeah, absolutely. When
the article from TMZ that said that she may have been looking for a lawsuit came out at least days
after
before the video of her getting her hair fixed,
right?
Which means that's not contradictory. Both can be true. They could have reported that she was suing and then got the exclusive deal to record.
Right.
There's nothing contradictory about that. There's nothing fishy about that. It's how time works.
Once again, a concept that I am completely unfamiliar with.
I get it. I understand.
I'll take your word on that.
I'll sit you down one day and I'll explain it to you. Right now, we ain't got time for all that.
Right.
So, after all of this, I think I have something close to a take, a final take. Because I'm not about to. I'll probably look into it to see what she does with the newfound fame, just that part of it. But as far as all of the past things that have happened, I'm probably not going to dwell on any of that anymore.
No,
after
for
this point.
For
yeah. What? So my full take. Tessica Brown is an idiot. Tessica Brown. Oh, that was another thing. When I found out her name was Tessica. No, I'm sorry. When I found out more about this whole gluing the hair thing, and call me what you want. My maybe third thought was, please don't let her have one of those names.
Your ass.
I'm sorry.
Your ass, King James. Your ass.
Hey, listen, I'm not necessarily a fan of my plain whitewashed name. However, I understand the benefits and the detriment of
where you live.
Conventions where I live. Right. So, yeah. But anyway, that's a small aside. So again, my take on this. Tessica Brown is an idiot. An abject idiot. This man, Gorilla.
I love Marissa, yo. I love Marissa. I swear I do.
What did I miss?
It's in the group thread on thing. They don't need to know that, but
okay,
just take a look.
Okay. Gorilla Glue nigga is a damn idiot.
Yeah. Oh my. I would say he's more of an idiot than she is.
Yeah, he's absolutely worse.
Yeah,
absolutely worse. She knew that that's not what the fuck that's for.
She played a stupid game and she wanted to surprise.
Right. That's fine. We don't have to run her into the ground for it. But she's going
to she's going to get some of this work. Right.
Yeah, she's going to get this critique. You're a fucking idiot.
Right.
Him? He's an imbecile.
Yeah, he's a complete embezzle.
Yo.
What a maroon. What an embezzle.
You're putting emphasis on the wrong syllable. Anyway, yeah, so he's a fucking imbecile. But I have no sympathy for him in any way, shape, or form. None whatsoever.
No.
I have very little for Tessica. Very little. Especially now that I've found out that it's pretty much, if any, I'm not sure 100% on this. There's little, if any, permanent damage. Well, so knowing that,
to be honest, the moment it came, she said that she had used Gorilla Glue before for the right stuff.
Yeah.
Any sympathy would have evaporated for me at that point because I had.
So, yeah. Again, once I found out that there's really no real damage done to her. Yeah, I have very little sympathy.
No Ogma. And this is the sad part about all of this. No one will learn anything.
If we were to learn something from this story wouldn't have been as long as it was.
Yeah. Trust me, I tell you, we will learn nothing from this.
So again, little sympathy for her. No sympathy for Gorilla Glue nigga.
No. No. For mayonnaise
damage withholding. All the damage that he's gonna have, he earned.
Yeah,
he asked for that shit.
He paid for that.
He begged for that.
Yeah, yo.
That's his. You can have that. No receipt, no givebacks, my guy.
Nah, B.
No returns.
Nah.
This third one, meanwhile,
he bought a ticket to ride.
Yo. This second woman,
come on.
You're an idiot as well, but a different kind of idiot.
Well, yeah, for other reasons. She's more of like I told you, I've dealt with that sort of mentality that extrapolates nonsensical things and turns it into evidence of something. I've dealt with that before. She is an annoyance, a frustration.
Yeah. And you seem to be a Trump fan, so fuck you.
Well, yeah, but I got to say something about this real quick because I don't want to get in the rabbit hole with his punk ass either, but he didn't invent that. He stole that like he stole everything else. Somebody else was saying that before him. But anyway, well, she's an irritant.
If she's not a Trump fan, then I apologize.
Right. He ain't invent that.
Fuck you is solely contingent on her being a Trump supporter.
Right. Facts. But again, like I said, that's neither here nor there.
Right.
She's an irritant. Like, fuck. You can't have a conversation. She's proven
nothing.
No, she is, in effect, one of those same people that would make a video claiming that 5G caused COVID. She is that person. She's that person.
Facts. Absolutely 1000% unimpeachable facts. So yeah, that's where I am. Everybody all the three principals are dumb. Two of them are about to be in position to take advantage of their stupidity.
Right.
One of them may possibly find a way to take advantage of this, but he's gonna.
I hope not.
Me too.
He's gonna. He's gonna walk around forever with chicken lips.
Nigga, this is the one scenario where I can honestly say I hope that he does not find a way to play.
They're gonna take what's going to wind up happening. And this is to me an apt penalty for such fuckery. They're gonna take some skin off his ass.
That's funny.
And put it on his lips.
That's fun. Yo.
So he will continue to talk shit the rest of his life.
Allow me to get back in character now that this story is over. Why the fuck would you choose your lip?
That's a good question.
Of all the other body parts that exist, why would you choose your lip? The inside. No, glue your fingers together. Glue two of your fingers together. Right? Because
I have avoided that with I go out of my way, right, to not get this shit anywhere on my fucking skin. So lips.
Here's the thing. All right. I've done a lot of work with super glue and Gorilla Glue. I've absolutely gotten it all over my fingers.
I'm sure you have.
However,
you haul ass to the bathroom.
Immediately. No, nigga. Ever since the first time that I did it by mistake, alcohol pads.
Yeah.
With me while I'm working on whatever I'm working on.
Because fuck that.
Immediately.
Because fuck that. Right?
All right, cool. So yeah, I don't. My sympathy, like I said, my sympathy is very low for Tessica. And that's going to disappear as soon as she starts taking advantage of the shit.
Well, as soon as hold up. As soon as you see her on the last episode of WandaVision, you know she is fully is fully taking advantage with her talent manager, and she's good. She's good now. Like she's in the space to get the bag.
Now, again, to reiterate, sis, get the bag.
Get your bag. Yeah, get the bag. Get the bag.
But you got their felonious ways.
Yeah.
Again, not to say that you did it for that.
No, I don't believe that.
I appreciate. There are so many issues that I have with Charlamagne the God, but one thing that I agree with him above all else is
that's Charlatan the Fraud.
Okay, that's fine. I agree with him 1,000%. I think my camera cut off. I agree with him 1,000% above everything. Give people the credit they deserve for being dumb.
Facts.
Give them the credit they deserve.
Of course, that depends on the person too. Because some people, if I've known you to be a certain type of evil asshole, I'm just going to apply everything to I'm not going to say first, like with Hitler, I'm not going to take the time to parse what was dumb or what was evil. Yeah, like I'm not.
No, I give you that. Talk to them while I fix this.
Yeah, so here's the thing, right? I don't know why James Cameron's doing that. I think he might be using the new one and maybe it overheated. I don't know. But it is rare. Like my camera will freeze, I think, every 30 minutes. I think that has something to do with the way this particular camera works when it's been attached to a battery, right? Doing video or whatever. But I don't know why his camera is doing that over there. So I assume it's because it's overheated.
I don't know. I can't really tell, to be honest with you. It's probably, I hope it's not out of focus because I mean I gotta get up again.
You're back.
It's cool. For now, it's probably gonna cut off again. Who knows? But yeah, that's that whole thing. So now we can start at the beginning. How was your week?
Yo. What has irritated me this week has been two things mainly.
Mm-hmm.
One, the weather, because what it's been.
Oh, nigga.
What weathermen? I'm gonna need y'all tighten up. Now I know it's difficult, and I know technically you guys have not improved your accuracy since the 70s, at least. I understand, even with all the new tech, and y'all still about the same with that shit. But y'all got to get it straight because y'all keep throwing up these huge warnings. Oh my goodness. And then we get some little bullshit. But what happens when you do that is we start making plans because we try to stay ahead of shit.
Mm-hmm.
We start making plans and then that shit doesn't pan out, or it was a useless endeavor because what you said was going to happen is too consistently now not happening the way you said. So tighten up. But the main thing that annoyed me this week, it wasn't even the impeachment hearings, right? Not the hearings themselves. It's citizens and the expectation that the press constantly puts on people and we just buy into. The GOP never planned to vote for impeachment. Excuse me, removal. And, not so much removal because he's gone, but to prevent him from ever run. They was never going to do that. No one was up there with good faith at all. At all. There is literally a flood of evidence For people that say, why didn't they bring in witnesses? You shouldn't have had to bring in witnesses from that. As a matter of fact, the people that are there, the senators, they were witnesses. They were right there. Their lives were put in danger. And that still isn't enough. So here's a prediction. I'm giving you guys a prediction right now. When the vote shakes out, it is possible that you may have a couple of extra people on the GOP side that decides they're going to vote so that he never, ever can run for public office again. But I do not believe for one bit that it'll be a significant amount difference that will make that a possibility.
Nope.
And I am tired, so very weary of us here continue to see the same shit over and over again, but every time we act like it's new or it's a camera trick. No, like these people are craven. These people are only moved by political expediency, and they have gone off the rails at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm saying to you is that if you have an expectation of anybody over there doing what you consider to be the right thing, I pity you, because you're going to be disappointed. And in the rare case that I'm wrong, I will celebrate with you how right you were and how wrong I was. But I have no expectation of them all of a sudden having a come to Jesus moment and saying, this guy put us all in danger regardless of party. These fucking animals came up here, rubbed shit all on the walls, threatened the lives of people, beat people up, and did all kinds of craziness that no one in the history of niggerdom has ever done.
Facts.
Fuck them, and fuck him for putting my... It's not happening. And I'm going to tell you something. Specifically, that motherfucking Lindsey Graham. He is so transparent that he's made out of fucking plastic wrap. Because right that same day when that situation took place, he was, I'm out of it. I'm done. We have video of him on the floor of the Senate going, I'm out of it. This is not, I'm not with this. I like some of the policies, but this is just not some shit I'm with. And then that motherfucker went to get on a plane. And there's video footage. You can go check it out. Go on YouTube, check it out. He went to fly home. And a bunch of them motherfuckers that was supportive of the bullshit they pulled January 6th in D.C. Came at his neck in the airport. Called him all kinds of names. Called him a traitor. Nobody put their hands on him. Nobody put their hands on him. They breathed him to death in there. And that was enough for him to go right back to the bullshit that he was at before all that started. None of these motherfuckers are operating in good faith. None of them.
Nah.
And the few that may have a smidgen of that in them, it's not enough.
They're terrified. But here's the other thing. Not even the ones that's just not going to do it in good faith. Some of them are just terrified.
No.
They're so worried about their political...
Yeah. And in that, there lies a problem. Because the fact that you put having this job ahead of doing the right thing when you took an oath is insanity to me. And it's insane that it's something that we now view very matter-of-factly. Oh, well, they don't want to lose their job. Are you fucking nuts? Like seriously, in a situation where things made sense, that wouldn't matter. Let me tell you something. I used to build guns for a company in Arbutus, Maryland. It's no longer around. The owner died of prostate cancer a few years ago, I found out. This motherfucker was just the source of bad ideas. ideas that can get his workers hurt. I cussed his motherfucking ass out one day because he insisted that I go out there and hold a plank of wood up with the rest of these assholes to try to take a trailer off of its bed. It was like, kiss my ass. I'm not doing that.
Right.
Are you fucking nuts?
Yes.
No job is worth that.
No.
You can't try to get me killed and I ride for you. Not knowingly. It's one thing if an accident happened, you know, no. You knowingly didn't give any fucks about what could happen to me when you did what the fuck you did. And the fact that self-preservation isn't even there for you. Because that's how craven you are. You worried about what your base going to say because you're going to lose your job. Like I told you, Lindsay, they did not put hands on Lindsay. They didn't touch him. They breathed him to death. And anybody that knows me know I can argue with the best of them. I'll cuss your motherfucking ass out. So he could have been going back and forth with that shit with them and then got on his plane. No, that spooked him enough. You know why? Because he's a punk. All of them punks. You know, it's some really bad outcomes that typically happen for people that grow up in the hood. It's things that happen. Bad diets. We deal with aggression a little different. It's a little different. And sometimes that bites us in the ass. But in these certain cases, it's to our benefit. That you can't talk me out of some, oh, I'm scared now. Nigga, fuck you. It takes fists to split lips. Fuck you. Talk is cheap. It take fists to split lips. I must not be saying nothing wrong because my mouth not bleeding. But because he ain't grow up like that, all it took was for them motherfuckers to come at him verbally. Traitor, traitor. Oh shit. I better get back on board with the bullshit. I have no respect for that. Zero respect for any of that. I don't care what party you are affiliated with, what political affiliations you may have, with policies that you like and you think is better or what. Fuck that. That man did some shit to put your life in danger. And where I come from, no, there's some furniture moving behind that.
Facts.
That's not something that I just go, oh, well, I got to make this political calculation because no, fuck him. It's beef. It's beef. It's beef. So I don't relate to people that don't think that way. And I'm really, well, it's the reason I believe this in the first place is one reason why I want to get the fuck out of here, because the American people have gotten to the point where we very matter-of-factly mention their political concerns as if that's a legitimate, valid reason. It's not. It's not. You should be appalled. And I get it. You see it a lot. Maybe you get desensitized to the shit. I'm not. I think it's a disgusting display. I think it's the worst form of cowardice. So I ain't riding. I ain't down. Down. Y'all have normalized that shit, but that shit ain't supposed to be normal.
At all.
Fuck that. Fuck that. And y'all think that y'all think because that motherfucker said peace one time in his whole speech and fight 20 other times, that's what y'all think, making a false equivalency about people that have used language you may think is incendiary, but no physical outcome took place after that. And you try to make this the same thing. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't relate to y'all. I don't relate. If he was anybody other than the president of the United States and I was a senator, he'd have got punched in his motherfucking face. That's just a fact. But I know he's the president, so I ain't trying to catch them bullets. I ain't trying to catch them Secret Service bullets. If that was any other situation outside of that, where he was just some other that put me in a situation where my life was in danger, and I get up out of it. When I see you, it's on. It's on site. But y'all gonna do what y'all want to do. But that pretty much was that's what irritated me this entire week. The American people.
That wasn't the question though.
What? That was my week. I was irritated all week. All week. Like a fucking rash on my brain. You know what I'm saying? God. My brain is chafed. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you.
That's funny. All right, so my week, outside of this Gorilla Glue Girl stuff, there's two other things of note. The second thing is the next topic. So I'll do the first one. This motherfucker. So I really dislike you people. It actually kind of, I could have mentioned it with the Gorilla Glue Girl thing, but I didn't. I had already interjected a bunch of things that had nothing to do with it.
Right.
PSA. When you need help with something from someone, the reason you need help from them is because they have some type of capacity
or expertise
to do something that you cannot do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even if it's like carrying a couch.
Yeah, you can't do it.
You can't do it by yourself.
Right.
You need someone to help you.
Right. Absolutely.
So it would behoove you to defer to them about the thing that you need help with.
Yeah, facts.
Okay. Just want to make sure that I wasn't tripping. So we got at the job, we got these our time clocks. And our time clocks have biometrics, fingerprints, so that people can't just clock you in and clock you out. And like, for instance, you can't be like, yo, I'm running late. Can you clock me in?
Yeah, we used to have those on jobs.
Yeah, you can't do that because
people were doing that shit when they had.
Oh, absolute nigga. Yeah, we had a situation before we switched clocks where people would like, I can say this now, statute of limitations is up on it. People in the rental offices would leave their badges in the rental office, and not for that reason, but as a benefit, a fringe benefit of that, if I happen to be running late, I can call like, hey, you in the office? Can you swipe me in? Nah, dude, that's technically stealing.
No, that's absolute stealing.
Yeah. So so that's not the only reason we got the upgrade, but that's one of the reasons we got the upgrade. So I, as someone who already goes and travels to all the places in the field, and being in IT, basically with my company, we have this joke in our department. If it plugs into a wall, we basically service it. So
wow.
Even though these aren't
that is a huge expanse of things
right
there. Like
it just so happens that me and my supervisor, who's not my supervisor, happen to be no-dos. That's really all it is. And the people in places in our job that make decisions happen to know this. So you know how that goes. You're I've always had this ideology. Your job, no matter what the position, your job is to do what makes the people above you's job easier. I don't care what the fuck your description is.
So that's what your job is. So I feel attacked right now because clearly that's not what I be doing.
I mean, listen. Since I happen to be the producer on the show, I've been meaning to talk to you about this, but I was going to do it in I was going to do it in private. I wasn't going. No. But seriously, like,
what's up, Devin?
What's going on? I hate the idea. I don't know. I guess this can be tied into the Gorilla Glue Girl thing, the part where I was talking about these the allies allying too hard.
Yeah, you doing too much.
I hate when people have to pretend some shit and just don't deal with the reality that's readily available for them.
Yeah.
I had this argument with one of my homeboys when like my first year with the company. Somebody said something about boss. I don't got no boss. Shut up. Shut up. You got a boss. I don't care how you feel about the word.
That is annoying to me. Like, yo, right. If you really didn't want to have a boss, you would have went in business for yourself.
Facts.
The fact that you didn't, you need to get over the idea that you get over that.
It's that simple. If there is somebody above you who makes the rules and pays you, then you have
the boss.
Yes.
What are you talking about?
Even if you work for yourself, the client is the boss.
Right.
On most things. There are some things, obviously, it's a different type of relationship, but essentially the client is the boss. So I mean, hey. So I hate things like that. So anyway, this motherfucker at the job, he comes in, he like, hey, ain't you the guy that do this stuff? And he points.
Ain't you though?
Ain't you the guy that do this stuff?
But ain't you though?
Is
he wrong?
He ain't. He ain't.
He ain't wrong.
So I'm like, yeah, that's me. So immediately, I'm slightly bothered because I don't know him, and
now this is what I want to know though: are you bothered because of the usage of ain't, or are you bothered
because I don't know him and he spoke to me?
Oh, okay. That's why.
That's the initial.
That tracks.
Yeah, that's the initial purpose of me being bothered. Yeah, but I realize I'm at work, and these things happen. These
people unfortunately talk to you at work.
Fortunately, people they talk to me. So I let that slide. You know, the fact that I know him
that he talked to you.
Yeah, because it's one thing, and I'm only slightly joking about it.
I know.
I want to be.
I know.
I want to be clear to everybody listening, because it's one thing to speak to someone, like, hey, what's up, man? I'm fine with that. I'm cool. I have no problem. Yeah. But hey, ain't you the guy that
but ain't you?
He ain't wrong.
He ain't wrong.
He ain't wrong.
He ain't wrong.
He ain't wrong. So I'm like, yeah. He like, man, my fingerprint ain't been working for months now. First of all, now there are 2 or 3 supervisors in the room,
right?
Why don't they know about this?
Because can I give you an answer to that?
Sure.
Because they ain't the guys. Because they ain't the guys who that shit. That's why.
So this is protocol. I know you haven't worked in an official establishment in a long time.
It's very true.
This is protocol. This is how this thing works.
Okay.
When you have an issue, you're supposed to immediately let someone who can help you know. And if you don't know exactly who can help you, you're supposed to let your supervisor know.
Right.
So they can get to the person.
Right.
All right. So that's number 1. So you never told anybody. You just, okay, fine. All right. I mean, fine for me because I don't care. I'm sure that they had a little bit of an issue with it, but it is what it is. I don't got to do with that.
Right.
Right. So I'm like, what you mean? Like, what exactly do you mean yours doesn't work? Because
like, what the fuck
you don't know this. You don't know this, but there are several things that could mean it's not working.
Yeah.
So tell me what does it say? What does it say?
What did it say?
All right. So he like, all right, I don't remember. I'm like, okay. All right. I mean, it would behoove you in a situation like that to remember or to write it down or to take a picture or something. But okay, fine. You're a human. Humans make that mistake often. So one of the supervisors was like, try it now. He was like, all right, cool. So he tries it. He was like, I don't remember my code. I don't know my code. Nigga, it's your badge number.
Yeah. And did he have his badge with him?
No, but I don't got my badge. It's in the car. Oh. All right, cool. Go. So I go get it. Can I go get it now? I'm like, yeah, go get it. I'm gonna be here for a little bit. So he goes and he gets it. He comes back. He tries it. When he tries it, no, he doesn't do it yet. He puts it. So what you gotta do with our clocks? You type in your badge number. You hit enter. It comes up with a message that displays your name, and tells you have to register 2 fingers. It tells you which 2 fingers you have registered, and you can use one of them to continue.
Mm-hmm.
So he gets to that point where it pops up with his name and tells you which fingers, and he's like, see? So one of the supervisors is like, no, I don't see. That's supposed to happen.
Right.
So by the time, and he's again, I don't know him. I'm just judging this on this interaction. He's one of those super animated people. So when he typed it in and hit the enter, he's like, see? And he jumped back like 3 feet.
Yo, I know so many dudes. Yeah, I know so
right. Like he jumped back like 3 feet. So by the time his supervisor explained to him that that's what was supposed to happen, and he got back to the clock, time had expired. It went away. So
yeah, because he jumped 3 feet. He was still far away.
So supervisor was like, no, try it again. He's like, actually punch, and we'll just fix your time. He's like, all right. So he went in and he did it. And it popped up with a screen that said review. Review these. He said, oh, it was a screen that said review punches, and there was a 0. He like, see, it's not working. Without having to get up, I said, bruh, that's because you hit the button that said review punches. His response, no, I didn't.
Wait a minute. He ain't say, no, I ain't.
His response, no, I didn't.
How dare you?
And now now my annoyance is at a.
Oh, I can imagine.
Oh,
you gonna tell me?
Yes, you did. Again, luckily, one of the supervisors he kind of interceded because it was not gonna
end well.
Oh no, it wasn't gonna get any better. One of the supervisors interceded, and he was like, just try it again. And sure enough,
said, no, it's not. Will Smith voice.
And sure enough, this nigga hit the review punches button again. So the supervisor was like, hold up. And
so he's a doofus, is what you're saying.
Yes, this is what I'm saying. So the supervisor was showed him the right button to hit, and it went through. And this nigga says nothing. He just goes about his day.
So wait a minute, you're telling me that Mr. Ain't You the One said, like, took you through all of that, kept hitting the wrong goddamn button, denied it, then somebody did what it's supposed to do and it went through, and didn't have the common decency to say to you, thanks, yo, I ain't know what I was doing.
Yo, I would have settled for a good looking.
I mean, I don't think his physical aesthetic has anything to do with this. I'm merely talking about
you've been wrong before. But I'm saying, like, I don't need the apology. I need the acknowledgement.
You should definitely want the acknowledgement that you did indeed help, that he indeed did not help.
Right.
In any way, like even in the prerequisite way, you would expect somebody to help in this situation, meaning hitting the right button.
Just being right.
He did not help at all.
At all.
Yeah, exactly, so, Devin. Even, cool, thanks.
That's fine.
That would have sufficed,
That's fine. He still would have been a topic of discussion on the show.
No, we just talked about him on the show because the way he
yeah. He would at least give me an acknowledgement. So the other supervisor, which is like my little sister, she reprimanded me.
I think I would have too.
No, you wouldn't have. You absolutely would not have. She was like, when everybody else left, she was like, yo, if I didn't know you, I would think that you're you know what? I can't say that right now. But why you gotta be like that? I'm like, yo, what do you mean?
So she saw what you were, but didn't see what he was. Is that what you're saying?
No, she understands.
Okay.
It's just that she's one of those people that's like very very forgiving of minor transgressions.
Okay.
So it's like, all right, I fully understand the point that you're making, and you're not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not either.
Yeah, I think she needed you to be wrong. Wait a minute, let me read some of these arguable comments, right? James, you should have been there for the man that screamed at me because I set up his remote desktop and he was furious that, wait for it, that I didn't tell him he would need internet to access his computer remotely. Here's the thing, you guys. Not only should I not have to explain that, I made that explicitly clear before he left. Did you think the gnomes teleport your files to your
wait? To be fair,
gremlins.
To be fair, right.
Smurfs.
I don't think he had. I don't think gnomes were on his mind. I'm fairly certain he thought it was some other type of mythical creature.
Yeah,
maybe elves.
Could have been elves.
Elves, they're helpful.
So are they light elves? Light elves or dark elves? Because
they have to be light
elves.
Elves.
Two different.
No, they have to be light.
Probably, because the way this. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, they're notoriously helpful. I mean, it's a whole thing.
Yeah, so dark elves are not helpful at all.
No, not. I mean, certain types of help. I mean, if what you need help with is eradicating something.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, sure. But anyway, part 2 is I had my first YouTube beef.
Yes, you did.
Kinda.
It was a little hilarious.
Not really. I mean, it wasn't really.
As someone that's but be honestly though, as someone that's a veteran of YouTube, especially in the early days, and used to beef often on there, yours was pretty sanitized, But I mean, it was clear that it was an issue, right? But it wasn't toxic. I've seen the toxic YouTube beefs.
Yeah.
This isn't it.
Here's the thing. Number one, just from what I've seen on screen, they wouldn't go that far.
They don't want that smoke like that. It's not them.
Number two, this ain't the time. I'm only one demographic away from being untouchable as far as YouTube public beef from a larger platform, and that's that I'm not a woman. But
trust me.
Me being black.
Trust me when
and
I tell you
not being
that only works if you spin it that way.
Of course. Oh, trust me. Nigga. Listen to me clearly, baby. If that had happened, my approach would have been entirely
different. Yeah. True that.
So basically what happened is there's this age-old debate. It's not a new debate at all. It's been happening since been happening. The debate on whether gear matters. Now you can actually apply that to anything creative. And just the meaning of gear slightly changes depending on what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But it's a forever argument that will never be settled because, ironically enough, because people lack nuance and context. But anyway,
and also people have a hard time accepting the fact that two things can be true.
Yes,
people have very myopic view of certain situations. It's like you said, this can literally apply to any form of content you create. I've heard it all in doing music.
Bro, I was just about to say.
It ain't the software, it's the man behind the software. Right, for some things.
Right.
But for some other things, it is absolutely the software. You have limitations on what you can do with that.
Absolutely. So they put up now again, this is a YouTuber that I've been following for years. Mango Street is the name of their channel. And they're sitting at a cool million plus.
Cool
million plus.
Now, in contrast, just to contrast this out, where are you sitting at on your channel currently?
Probably like 102.
All right, so I mentioned that for two purposes. One, to show the contrast between the size of their channel and their obvious level of success on this platform, and 2, to make people aware that he only has 102 subscribers. So in accordance to the campaign to make James famous, I suggest that all of you, if you haven't yet, go and subscribe to the Everything SPJ channel on YouTube. It is a must in 2021 that we make James famous. Thank
Sustained. I'm tired of fighting it. So like I said, I found him for a while. A lot of good videos. There are some things, just like with any channel, that I don't necessarily agree with that they do and stuff like that. Again, that's everything.
The fact that they are, you don't agree with. So yeah.
Right. So they did a video that apparently this conversation about whether gear matters is trending right now. So they jumped into the conversation with a video titled "Why Your Gear Does Not Matter." And I've heard all sides of this debate, so I am subscribed to them. So it popped up in my subscription box. So I was perusing YouTube, and I'm like, all right, cool. What y'all got to say about this? Because I'm used to your channel. I'm used to a lot of your stances. I found it a little interesting that you would give the hard answer. The name of the channel is Mango Street.
No. He's talking about your channel. It's Everything SPJ.
No, it's not. That is not the name of my channel.
That is the name of the channel.
The name of the channel is Everything by SPJ.
Oh, my bad. Everything by SPJ. Yeah, that is the name of the channel. Matter of fact, hold up.
Oh, God.
No, keep going. I got
all right. So anyway, so they made the video called "Why Your Gear Doesn't Matter." And again, that's disingenuous at best. But again, they've built up clout. Like with me, they built up a good amount. So I'm like, I'm not going to write them off. I'm going to watch the video.
Right.
Let me check this video out. So they doing the video, and they start off by explaining that it's basically 2 camps. Again, all this is particular to photography because that's what they are. They're photographers, videographers. So this is particular to photography. So they talk about the 2 camps, the side that is on the creative side and the side that is on the technical side, basically.
Right.
And the creative side is saying that gear doesn't matter, largely, not everybody, of course. Right. And the technical side is saying gear is all that matters. Again, not everybody, but a bunch. There have been a bunch of wait, hold on. Let me put this up here. Keep this comment in mind. The initiative. Now, I haven't even gotten into
the awareness.
Anything.
Like, Ogma has the awareness.
Details. And Ogma says they suck you in with the clickbait title.
Thank you, Devin, for subscribing to SPJ's channel.
We absolutely really appreciate you. Ogma says they suck you in with the clickbait title. LOL. It's happened to me, damn it. LOL. I'm gonna keep this comment up here. So anyway, I'm watching the video and they're explaining the 2 different sides, and then there's a hard break in the video, not break, but it's like a distinct. I can't think of the technical term for it, but it's a distinct shift in the conversation.
Yeah,
and they're like, okay, so I know you guys might look at us and say, oh, well, you're not recording this on an entry-level DSLR, and yeah. We're recording this on a Canon C200, which is the newest cinema camera from Canon.
Big boy shit. That's big
boy shit. And we're doing this and we do that. And when we do photo shoots, we get people that actually model, and we have the best lighting, and we go to the best locations.
It's a distinction without a difference.
That's are the reasons. And then they spend like 2-3 minutes of the 8-minute video explaining all the reasons why gear matters. We do this. You might think that we're hypocrites, but if you do, you're missing the point. We do this because we do this for a living, blah, 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 blah. So again, all the reasons why gear matters, gear matters, gear matters. We use this gear because of this, blah, blah, blah. Then, yeah, gear doesn't matter. That is their conclusion. That's the conclusion in the video. So you have no value, my good man. You've muted yourself.
I typically mute myself from saying things that I probably shouldn't say.
So I'm like, all right. After I watched this video, I don't think I've ever commented on one of their videos. Mainly,
it's funny how stuff works now, because most of the channels that I frequent, I don't be commenting.
Yo, here's the thing. It's a part of the phenomenon that I've experienced, so I understand it. Generally, when people agree with you, there's no reason for them to say anything.
Yeah, every so often I might say, I am more likely to comment on a small channel.
Sure.
Than on a massive channel.
Absolutely. But generally, that's just how people are wired. If they agree with it, they might give you a like, that whole thing. But as far as commenting, there's really no reason for me to comment. And me, particularly, I don't like the whole echo chamber thing. So if your video is saying exactly my stance on something, I have no reason to pump you up. I had the stance already. You agree with me. Cool. That makes me kind of feel like I might be a little closer to being accurate. But
yeah, that's if the person has credibility.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So but anyway, so I commented. What did I say? Let me just get you just screenshots. Just screenshots. I say, this is clickbaitish. Your points are valid, but your claim is misleading at best. Let me go over the facts again.
Uh-oh.
The question is, does gear matter? Yes or no? They titled the video, Why Your Gear Does Not Matter. They spent 2 minutes out of this 8-minute video explaining all the reasons why gear does matter, but ultimately wrapped the video up by saying gear does not matter. So again, and again, let me say, every point that they made in the video is valid, factual even. But again, if you add the points together that they made in the real world, it does not equal gear does not matter. So the immediate response, again, as Tim pointed out, this is a 1 million sub channel. I have significantly less than 500 subscribers. They replied, not everything is clickbait, you absolute goofs. So I replied, name calling? Really? Grow up. My point is your points in the video are valid, but they don't equal the claim you're making. You aren't hypocrites. You just manipulated the claim for the algorithm. For anyone trying to make money, gear absolutely matters for the reasons you stated in the video. Time and ability to focus on the aspects that you can't pay for absolutely matter when trying to make a living doing these things. So they reply, goofs is an absolutely cruel thing to call someone. I was wrong for that. This video is about the conversation that is trending right now. Gear does matter versus gear doesn't matter. It's not clickbait. My response: I'm fully aware of the conversation, though it may be trending currently, again, proving that this video was for algorithm manipulation. It's not a new conversation. I've been following your channel for a while. You're one of the few photography channels I still follow because I felt a certain amount of integrity, and that means a lot to me. That same integrity, if it wasn't manufactured for the camera, should allow you to understand what I'm saying. In one of your longer videos that you do, it's 8 minutes because they usually do shorter videos. In one of the longer videos that you do, you had the perfect opportunity to introduce some nuance into the conversation instead of picking a side because it's good for views. They say this video wasn't meant for algorithm manipulation. We have 2 ads we have to put out this month, but didn't put them in this video or promote our new channels like we normally do. This is a topic we get fired up about that we feel deserves a full conversation like this. It's our hope, as we said, that people will feel inspired to create instead of feeling bad for not having whatever piece of gear is trending this month. And it worked. Read the comments. A lot of people do feel overwhelmed and inadequate because of YouTubers who want to sell them new gear. They do need to hear the things we said in this video. You seem to be looking for some ulterior motive. There simply wasn't one. None of their points contradict anything that I said.
That is actually something that frequently happens, though. No, seriously, you'll be in a conversation with somebody and y'all having a back and forth. Now, a lot of times I do that shit purposely.
Well, sure,
because I'm trolling. But I've seen people like literally, this is their response, but it doesn't change anything.
Changes nothing.
I just said.
Here are their points in that response. We have 2 ads we have to put out this month, but didn't put them in this video or promote our new channels like I normally do. That point does respond to something I said. Mm-hmm. They are assuming that when I say clickbait, that they're doing this video strictly for money.
And actually,
that is not what I'm saying.
That's not what you're talking about, but it's understandable that they think that because YouTube has become, especially big channels, become such a money grab at this point. So the assumption, it's not unfounded, but in this case, it's just an error. That's not what you were talking about.
This is a topic we get fired up about that we feel deserves a full conversation. If you felt like it deserved a full conversation, then why would you pick one of the sides?
Right.
Instead of giving it the nuanced answer that it deserves.
But it's funny though, because clearly, like, and we talked about this before the show a couple days ago when this actually happened. And like I said at the time, why is she giving you this much time?
You have a million views.
You have a million subscribers.
I have less than 200.
And you got thousands upon thousands of comments
positive, agreeing with you.
You focused on that one.
My cynical answer to those comments that I agree with them is because a lot of people are just sheep. But on a more serious note, a lot of those responses are people who took the points and I don't know, it made them feel better to hear that gear doesn't matter.
Yeah, but it also could be the fact that you, sir, unlike many other people, are just more in tune to have a disdain for clickbait. That is like literally a thing that we have talked about on numerous occasions and all of that. So as soon as you see it, it's like, come on, dog.
That was like a shot to the heart. And they're to blame. Okay, never mind.
They made YouTube in a bad name, really?
Okay. I mean, it is what it is. So my response was, I'm not looking for an ulterior motive. You seem to be ignoring the good things I'm saying. Again, for the 3rd time, your points are valid in the video. Absolutely, people in the comments are happy that you freed them from some psychological prison that the more toxic parts of photography and videography YouTube create. It's great, I guess, because I don't see YouTube ads anyway, that you didn't load this video with ads. Ignoring the fact that algorithm manipulation on its own is not a bad thing.
Nope.
Nor is it all about ad revenue.
Nope. You gotta play the game that's there.
Absolutely.
The game that's there.
None of that negates my point. You used amazing points, some of which support gear mattering and some which oppose gear mattering.
All gear matters.
Okay. Then you threw away all of the former and just added to this us versus them mentality instead of taking this perfect opportunity to add some nuance to this conversation.
Right.
That's my only contention. Right. Then when someone dares question your conclusion, you start hurling insults.
Yeah. What they call you, a goof, right? Or something
yeah.
Like that.
I'm a goof. Her response. At no point did I hurl insults. It is, however, entirely insulting that you seem to be looking for some ulterior motive in the way we choose to title this video. No, it's not just the title. It's the title and the conclusion that you claim to draw.
Yeah.
Because that's not what those points equal. But anyway, right. People want their videos to do well. Oh, interesting. People want their videos to do well because they work hard on them. And people want their videos to do well because they want to be compensated for them. So what you're saying is that you were manipulating the algorithm. And because what is the other reason of bringing?
Can we also disabuse people of the notion that just because you didn't put ads on this video doesn't mean that it wasn't monetized?
Right.
Because that is not the only way to monetize videos through AdSense. You can also monetize it through sponsors.
Hold on. Wait. I gotta look now.
But there's another way to monetize it in the indirect way, because I've done it for years on my Tombstone the Dead Man channel, especially back when it was the Rational Warrior channel, right? So none of those videos at a certain point were monetized for years. They were not monetized, right? And what wound up happening, because I had a product to sell, I had music and merchandise that I was selling and using the channel to get that. You could also argue that any amount of attention that keeps people engaged and gives them the opportunity to think about, oh yeah, he does have this, he does have that, be it monetized by YouTube or not, it still adds to your profit margin. Because I remember distinctly that the amount of money I would make a month in music was directly connected to how active I was on YouTube. Because it gave people more chances to see me, more chances to engage with me, and more chances to be reminded, that's right, that man got a discography. Let me go and buy some of his music.
But wait, that entire explanation that you just gave, while true, doesn't matter, because I just looked at the
they have a sponsorship on
this video. No, the description of this video. Have you checked out our new YouTube links channels? She just said we didn't even plug our other YouTube channels.
Right.
Have you checked out our new YouTube channels and the links to each of their YouTube channels?
They just plugged this right in the.
Also, listen to Daniel's music on Spotify.
Yeah, come on, dude. This is the exact shit I was doing.
Also, our latest Lightroom presets,
which they sell. Come on, dog.
Hold up. Our new LUTs. Our classic collection presets
that they selling.
The gear we use. Amazon.com/shop/Mango Street. So it's an affiliate link.
It is.
Hold on. Follow us on Twitter. Get yourself some Mango merch.
Why not? It's there.
Our kit. Our gear. So again,
that video is monetized. It's just not monetized through Google AdSense.
I mean, so let's not.
You don't make it rain.
I didn't even think about this. I didn't even think about this before. I'm so glad. So, like,
you're not making it rain. You're just reporting the weather. That's all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's cut the bullshit. Like,
yeah.
I'm not new. Here's the issue. Here's the issue. Here's what makes them look so bad, right? They assumed, for whatever reason, whether it's the small amount of followers that I have on YouTube, they assumed that they were dealing with someone that doesn't know how YouTube works.
And that you were just a peon consumer. Right. Going off of what she said, if you put in the work.
Yo, I rarely ever look at anything through a consumer lens.
And with me on the opposite side, I kind of do both. And that's why
you're better than me in that way.
Yeah, because I feel like you are a much better informed consumer when you understand that things are being marketed to you.
That's a fact.
You are a better consumer. The consumers that blindly don't realize that they're being marketed to and don't realize the tricks that are being used, they tend to get got on shit that they ordinarily wouldn't have got on if they recognize the fact this is being marketed to my type of person.
All right, so continuing. If you follow Daniel's new channel, that's another plug.
It's a plug.
That's another plug.
Did you go and follow his channel?
No.
Oh, damn.
No. Not for that reason, but I don't know what those channels are about, and I'm not. How can I put this? I don't follow them for either of their personalities.
No, you follow for the info.
I follow them for their info. They are very knowledgeable about this. Their personalities aren't annoying to the point that makes me not watch them.
Yeah, because FYI, if your personality comes off annoying on your video, I'm probably not going to subscribe.
Right.
Like I've literally watched tutorials that had the exact information I wanted and didn't even finish them because the delivery and the way they were going about it, I didn't like it. So fuck.
Absolutely. Let me see. If you follow
Devin says he has some deodorant that's lavender scented. It says manly lavender smells.
I mean,
he's marketing it, right? It's marketing.
It's marketing. Because if you where we go? If you follow Dan's new channel, you'll know that we don't make very much AdSense revenue on this channel at all.
Again, this is subterfuge. This is subterfuge.
To be completely transparent, in the last 28 days, we made over $23,000 in AdSense revenue on our new channels compared to about $900 on this channel.
Oh, stop for a second. Stop. As someone that has multiple channels, and most of which make none of that money, give me $900 in AdSense a month. That supplements some cool shit for me. Lenses, more software, stack it up by another computer, or by computer parts. Like, stop it. Again, the privilege right here is
and that's the point that I never addressed in the comments, but because I didn't want to go down that rabbit hole. Because that's not something I can prove. So
facts.
I stuck to the things that I could prove. Right. So what else? We didn't have to make a video on this channel, especially one that we're not contractually obligated to make, meaning the videos with ads we have to put out this month. We almost didn't make a video, but we've seen this conversation playing out here on YouTube and then saw it playing out on Twitter and said, let's skip having a good weekend this week and put out this mango video instead. All right, hold on. You're not employing any sympathy from me. Now, from some people, I'm fairly certain there are quite a few people who read our exchange who follow Mango Street. Like, yeah, get them.
That's part of that's part of the popularity shit.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't bother me. She really said, let's skip having a weekend this week and put out this mango video instead. Now,
this is part of the assumption that you don't work to make content, or that's part of that assumption. Like, oh yeah, we bust our ass as if you, because of your little measly 112 subscribers, you couldn't understand the amount of work that it takes to do.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna get to that. We get really fired up about this topic, so we made a video with no ulterior motive. We think it's necessary to use our voice in this niche in this way. So the only thing that feels insulting is when someone inevitably gets in the comment section and whines about clickbait. Our videos rarely get shown to people who subscribe and have our notification bell turned on because we don't clickbait. So I said, so now you aren't only intentionally missing the point, but outright lying. This is crazy. You insulted me in your first response and apologized for it. In your second, you are comparing your direct insult to me, which apparently magically didn't happen now, to your perception of my criticism of your conclusion being insulting. I know you don't normally clickbait on this channel. That's a part of the integrity that I was talking about earlier. I'm not making any negative judgment on your intentions. I'm critiquing your action/conclusion. Is gear the end all be all? No. Do you need the best gear to do good, compelling work? No. Right. Should a lack of gear deter you from putting your all into your work and producing amazing things? No.
No.
Does gear allow you to have fewer procedural things to worry about when creating? Yes.
Yes.
Does gear save you time from conception to execution, thus allowing you to be more productive? Yes.
Yes.
Does gear make pretty much every aspect of creating easier? Yes. So does gear matter? Absolutely.
Yes, it does.
But better gear doesn't equal better product.
And that is the conclusion that they could have come with.
Mind you, she never responded to anything that I said that was 100%
No. Why would she do that? See, this is the part about the clout and the credibility matrix that comes from the whole social media content creator influencer. Remember that aspect. The fact is, a person that has a bunch of engagement, a bunch of subs or followers, is automatically assumed to have more credibility than someone that doesn't. And a lot of times people turn their brains off and strictly go by that. The only time I go by that is when it comes to what works and what doesn't work. Clearly what you're doing works for you. That is not a judgment on whether or not that's something I would want to do for me.
Right.
But I can't argue that with your 1 million subs and all of these different things you got going on, you're clearly making a living off of this, something that I am not currently doing. So it's not that you don't have best practices that work for you, but that does not mean that in between all of that shit, you could not have done something that made little sense.
Yo.
And like that doesn't, both of those things can also be true. Like, yes, for the most part, you're on point. Yes, your marketing and your consistency of uploads is on point. But in this video here, this specific video here, your swag's off.
That's it. Just a little bit. That's it. Just a little bit. That's a great point.
Devin made a great
There's a mindset that reduces everything someone says to they like me or they don't like me. Not sure they even heard what you wrote.
Exactly.
Well, I'm fairly certain they didn't pay attention to most of what I wrote.
They just saw the critical part. But in their defense, though, I don't need to respond to the good shit you said. I need to respond to the bad shit.
Absolutely fair. Absolutely fair. Absolutely fair. I just have this desire. It's not an expectation because I know what I'm dealing with.
Right.
I have this desire that people argue in good faith and acknowledge all points.
They don't.
They won't. It's just not. It's not a real thing. It's a fugazi.
That's not a real thing.
I said, I'm sorry. She said, I'm sorry if you didn't read. The facetiousness in my calling someone a goof is absolutely cruel. I was wrong for that comment. But
so admittingly, she just admitted she was wrong. That so that, in other words, it was an insult.
It was an insult. Yeah.
Right.
But just so we're on the same page, it absolutely was facetious because calling someone a goof isn't cruel. I thought that was clear. I said the same way that you're taking my legit criticism to mean you're the worst people on the planet, because communication between strangers strictly through text lacks context.
Right.
You don't know me at all, so you assume I'm team gear rules in my SpongeBob voice.
Ass.
I only know what you guys put through your videos, so I assumed something as important as introducing nuance into a polarizing argument mattered to you. My apologies. And no, that was not facetious. She says, I didn't think you were team gear or saying we were the worst people. I think, as I said, it's insulting that you accused us of clickbait on a video we didn't have to make money. Again, there are, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 links in this description that directly lead to them making money. 16.
Yeah.
So again, we're I don't know what it is about social media that makes some people search for the worst, negative in everyone, but I don't want it on my timeline, in my comment section, or in my life. It is, as I put it lightly, absolutely goofy. And my response, you're just incapable of handling criticism. A lot of people are. I get it. Not only did you give this conversation the most energy, you literally ignored all the facts and I stated and the good things I said about the channel. I hope this was but a small blip, and the integrity I've learned to expect from you guys continues past this point. Good day.
I said good day.
She says, if you ever have a valid critique, put in the work to make a video about it.
See, again, that comment right there. There is an assumption being made with that comment, because I've made this assumption. Some puny, especially when my channel got past 10,000 subscribers, right? Some puny little 2-subscriber person, how dare you seek to critique something I said or did in this video, and then try to take my attention away from all of the people that are actually enjoying what I'm talking about. You are using my platform to have a sounding board. Why don't you put in the work to build your platform to say something over there? I have used this, and listen, a lot of other people have too, right? It's the assumption. But what happens with me is, because I'm such an asshole, I go and look at your channel first. And if you have no videos, and if you're being particularly testy in my comment section, that's when I used to throw that. Like, yo, so basically we're 5 comments in on this interaction. There's literally nothing happening over there in that ghost town of a channel of yours. So you're over here trying to get your interaction game. Well, I get that. I understand it's lonely over there where you are. It must have been lonely in my shadow. Yeah, I get it. I've used that. That's why I recognize what she did there. But she did that without looking at your channel and see that you have content all up and down the channel.
I got videos on top of videos on top of videos. My
God.
I have. I have 112 subscribers now. That's a fairly new. I just hit 100 subscribers like last month.
I know.
Some shit like that. So for the longest time, I was riding around at like 50 subscribers. I had videos that had thousands of views.
You was running around, running your mouth with 50 subscribers.
I got videos with
rock impersonation and shit.
Right.
On your eyebrow, look at people.
I got videos with thousands of views. That's not.
Well, that's also a thing on YouTube now too, where you will find these small channels as far as subscription people, but they get a lot of. And to be honest with you, once you get past 1,000 subscribers, that's what matters. It's about the views.
Yeah,
it's about the views. 1,000 just gets you in the door to be able to monetize Google AdSense. But after that, it's about the views. And if people come there, they see they watch your shit or whatever, but they don't subscribe. As long as you got the view, you're still doing better. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why there are smaller channels that make more money than some of these bigger channels.
That's a fact.
You know,
that is absolutely a fact. And it's like, so yeah, I had to do this because I promised. I put up 2, so they inspired me to do a new series. The first 3 videos in this series kind of respond to the interaction, but they don't actually explain the interaction. So I did this on this show because I'm going to take this clip and put it on my channel because I promised an explanation of the situation, and instead of making a new video.
Something that was funny about that though, that video of yours. There's a part in there where I think it might have been the one you just.
The first one?
It could have been the first one. I don't remember. My memory is trash. But one of those videos, you did the most incidental. It was a type of flex that Hulk Hogan used to do.
Oh my God!
Not this one. The thing. Nah, it was the one where he would just do his arm like that while he talking. While he talking, not like he's trying to overtly bring attention to it, but subtly, so you know the guns. Welcome to the gun show, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? That was the kind of flexing there when you were basically mentioning in a passing remark about all of the content.
I mean,
that you have created or inspired or whatever. Like that. That was. I caught the flex.
Listen, realistically speaking, right? Let me see something. I want to see. I want to do a little bit of research that I haven't done, because again, none of the videos that I made on YouTube were about bashing them.
No,
I have no intentions.
If you watch the videos, they don't come across as you talking shit to them, which is what they expect. But in a way, I understand why they expect it, because YouTube has been a wild, wild west for the longest time, and people do not know how to, for the most part, have discussions that don't, get out of hand with the insult. People don't know how to do that, and some people don't want to do that because they feel like the more outrageous they are in their comments, in their engagement with other YouTubers, the more subscribers they tend to get, because people love drama, and they're not wrong. People everywhere like drama. It's the reason why some of the most toxic people alive are also some of the most popular people alive.
Facts.
People love they love shitbirds.
Without question.
They love shitbirds.
Without question. Yeah, man. I don't know. I have so.
Yo, you have been a part of content that hasn't even been released. Like on my hard drive right now, and this is from our 3 years ago. The stage we were at 3 or 4 years ago, right? Yo, I have shit on my hard drive that's content that I've never released, B-roll, all kinds of shit from our misadventures, traveling around Maryland, finding spots to shoot or to use as great backdrops for content, or crazy, mad amount of content that I am definitely going to be using at some point when we do this multi-world documentary.
Yeah.
I got plenty of fucking B-roll.
Yeah.
That's
it's all over the place. See, I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy that's gonna brag about shit. But realistically, given the shit that we're working with, listen, I'm just saying, given the shit that we're working with, and the scenario, and the full-time job, and all the personal issues that I may or not have had throughout this journey, and all this other stuff, the sheer amount of content that I have either done alone, done collaboratively, or helped form, help shape, help inspire, help build. Get on my face.
Yo, that mentality you have right there is entirely mine, which is why a lot of times I don't want to be bothered, because the amount of work that I had to do and the bullshit I had to go through, and the amount of people that I inspired, the amount of startups and this, that, I don't want to hear you talk shit to me. Go talk to that other not productive motherfucker. Don't come talking that shit to me. You know what I'm saying?
And then when you combine all that with the stated fact, the well-known fact for people that know me personally, I have no desire to be famous. I have no desire to be known. I have no desire. Shut up. I have no desire for any of the extra attention. It bothers me on a molecular level. And I still have done all this. simply meaning that it was never my goal to blow up.
Looky here, your desires be damned.
No, hold up. Wait. I had this conversation with my mother. Yesterday, as a matter of fact. I can't remember how we got here, but I was explaining to her some of the fun times with the Rise podcast
some
situation.
Of the bullshit, right?
Yeah. So she was like, well, why something? I'm like, I have no desire, and you know this, for any of this. She's like, but you do some stuff and blah blah. I said, that's all in service of multi-world.
That's what this is.
Literally everything that I do, that I drag myself in front of a camera for, it's all in service of multi-world. The moment, the very moment that it's no longer necessary for me to be in front of the camera, the instant
you will never
see me again. the instant that it is no longer necessary for me to be in front of the camera, you might see vlogs.
Right. And but I relate to that because it's something that years ago, it was a guy that I not only used to work with, but we were in a rap group together, right? And I will never forget, his aunt threw a ski trip. And he said, yo, you trying to go on the ski trip? I was like, sure, why the fuck not? So we go on the trip, Seven Springs, I think it's up there in Pennsylvania, whatever. We go up to the trip, and as soon as we get there, there's a pajama party happening there on the ground. And it is, that room is packed with people. They dance and they drink and this and another. You know my feelings on people.
Yeah. And drinking.
It's not really what I'm here for, right? So I'm up in the hotel, the room. And matter of fact, that was the first day I heard the song Loser by 3 Doors Down. And I was like, I fucking love the tone of this song. I love the tone of the song. And I'm watching the video for the very first time that I've ever heard it. I'm watching it. And my man, Corey, comes into the room, was like, yo, why you ain't there? It's this, that, number. I said, there's too many people down there for me. So he says, word. I get that. But we rap. So you're going to be in places where there's a lot of people. He said, yo, you was rapping longer than me and you've performed. I've never, at that point here, I've never performed. You have performed. So you need to get accustomed and stay accustomed to being around people, especially in that environment, because and when you're right, you're right. When you're right, you're right. So I went there.
I can be reasoned with.
I can be reasoned with, but this whole thing from, I want to say 2010 to now has been me taking advantage of situations that came my way and feeling like, yo, I'd be a dumbass not to, like, I've been doing this for 38 years and I'm finally getting this moment to check off some boxes. I'm gonna have to do that. That does not mean it was comfortable. That does not mean that was the first and foremost. I could get, and now, about to be 52 this year, I have very little interest in being super well known, except for the fact that it helps me get a bag.
Thanks.
Listen, I have met great people in this 10-year, 11-year span through this that are still a lot of people that are still in my life now, from artists and fans. But I just want the bag now because there's other things I want to do. And I don't necessarily need to be seen doing it. So the more practice I get in not having to be the guy in front of the camera or the guy in front of the mic and producing other people doing that, the better I like it, especially if it eventually leads me to the bag. You know what I'm saying? The bag.
I no desire over here, my guy.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm like you.
Want to be here.
I'm like you in that I still would may do the occasional vlog because I might look. Once I'm in that position, we have other people doing. I'm doing interesting things that I might want to share. Like, yo, we over here, we doing this.
I'm fine with behind the scenes shit.
Yeah,
I'm fine
with BTS stuff.
Oh, I'm having an amazing time. Like the videos that I do when I go out of the country. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
And it's artistic. You're still gonna have the need. You're still gonna have the need. What's something Graydon has said to me one time before, where he said, creatives are always going to be creative.
Yep.
Now your level of activity might change.
Yeah.
But you're always going to, oh damn. Like, yo, you know how many one verse songs I have? Right. So not even really songs, just one verse on to be something I wanted to get out. Wrote it and never released it. Released it.
Nigga, I threw a verse on TikTok. That was never the plan.
Right.
I had no intentions on rapping on TikTok.
Right.
What?
Right.
But
so a creative is going to be a creative. It's just Roberto your level of activity.
Roberto Blake just was talking about because he went off. I had never seen Roberto Blake do a rant like that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I just missed them.
Right.
But he went the fuck off because somebody was in his comments talking about why don't you get a real job?
Yo, that's crazy. Yo, never say Devin, he just posted. I guess it depends on what's going on publicly. You might feel it necessary to be out there for absolutely for non-financial reason. Absolutely.
Out where? Hold up. No, it depends on where it's out. Because listen, the
moment you upload a video, you're in the public.
But that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I have that is only for financial gain. There's no other reason. I'm happy making a video and showing it to y'all. And when I say y'all, I'm not talking about to the audience. I'm talking about multi-world.
Right.
I'm more than happy.
Check out this video.
Yo, check this shit out. Yo, that shit's dope. I killed this shit.
I mean, for me though, like if it looks great, I might put that out there because you're gonna give me my flowers. You're gonna give me my flowers.
If it looks great, I might put that out there, but not for flowers, for coins.
Damn. Well, okay, listen, I get that.
No, I have no desire to put any of this shit out, except for one exception: music. Music is the exception. Music, I have it is not about money. It's not about any potential future money.
Right.
The music, but that's the music. It's only an exception as far as the financial issue. It's not an exception as far as me wanting to be heard and known. I still don't want that. It is because I love it. That's simply
you love it. And you want other people to hear it.
I want.
There would be no reason to put it out unless you don't want people to hear it.
I'm content with the people who have some idea that I might do this, being like, "Oh shit, you really do this."
But you do realize that once you put it out there, it's not yours anymore.
I'm at 1,000% aware.
Where it's going to go.
I'm fine. I'm fine with that. It's not the reason.
Right. I get it. I'm just saying.
I understand. It's a unfortunate side effect.
Oh, well, listen. When I got fan mail from Eastern Bloc, Eastern Bloc country. Once it's out of your hands,
yo, I said this on one of my songs. Praise and hate feel like two sides of a single coin to me. I don't like attention.
No, it's that way for everybody.
No,
literally. Yes, it is.
No, nigga.
Yeah.
No.
Everybody,
nigga.
For everybody, praise and hate is two sides of the same coin.
No, I'm not talking about what
it's engagement.
I'm not talking about what it actually is. I'm talking about what it feels like. People feel bad when they get hate and good when they get praise. I feel uncomfortable when I get either. It's not. No.
For me, it depends on what I'm getting praised for. Like it's a reason why I didn't do what my cousin suggested a few months ago before he moved to Texas, where he said, yo, if you didn't care about music as much as you did, you could have had $1 million because you just be doing any old. We could find some shit, put some shit together. That shit these motherfuckers doing is easy,
right?
Like if you didn't care about it as much as you did, we could have had $1 million already, right?
Yeah.
And I told him the fact is I do care about it. I can't help it, so I'm not just gonna put anything out. And I'm not if I feel like it's not ready, if I feel like it's not something that I want. If somebody comes to me with something with an idea, you should do this. No, that's not what I want my music brand to be about, sir. It's not it. That's not it. It's not it. And that to me goes beyond financial stuff. I don't want for my legacy to be attached to certain things. No, not music. Thanks. All the other stuff that I might do, cool. I'm out there selling a product.
Right.
I don't give a fuck about the product except for one thing: is it quality? Other than that, whatever the consumer base wants. You want this? Here, take that. You want this? You gonna pay for this? Here, take that. But when it comes to music, nah, B, it's too much a part of who I am in here.
Right. For
me to allow that to be
especially this shit he about to put out. Let's
shut up.
Oh.
Shut up.
Right.
Shut up.
I guess I
shut up. I've been through so many since you already brought it up. I've been through so many different titles of this thing. I've been through so many different titles of this project, yo. I don't know what on fucking earth but one title in particular, and I'm gonna tell you when we not live, seems to fit for all of it. So
all right. So here's the thing. Most of the rest of these topics, fuck them. But I really want to talk about Dave.
I know.
So what I think,
let's do a pre-recorded conversation, then put it up on the thing. We at the 3 hour and 20 minute mark.
Yeah,
just saying. Because it's isolated. It's isolated, and the keyword's going to be crazy. I'm just saying. The keyword's going to be crazy.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. Oh, wait, hold on, though. I'm fairly certain. Can't we just go live on YouTube?
I thought that's where we were at now.
No, I mean for the isolation. I mean.
Yeah. I guess just for YouTube.
Go live on YouTube and do the Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, we could do that.
All right. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
So again, this is another reason for those of you that are listening to this on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or wherever else, Anchor, or wherever else you're listening to this at, for you to subscribe to the Black Culture Geeks with a Z YouTube channel so that you can be here on Saturdays roughly around 11 a.m. every Saturday, where we go live, we engage with our audience, we nut the fuck up, and you can actually get the entire nuance. There's that word again. The entire nuance of the show is very dangerous. Like, be here for the party.
Yeah,
that's all. That's all.
The party.
You get to shape how many comments in here has shaped the conversation right every week. So yeah, you get to come in and actually have an interactive choose your adventure-esque experience. So you should definitely do that. So what we're going to do, we're going to end this right now because this will go up, of course, on Spotify, and we're going to start another short live to discuss Dave Chappelle's new stand-up, I guess.
No, they some people have started calling them talkbacks.
Talkbacks. All right. Well, I'm cool with whatever name he markets it as.
They're really relatively short. So
they are. He's on his who was one of the greats that used to do that shit back in the day. He's on his Mark Twain shit right now. So yeah, he's on his Mark Twain shit right now. So all right, that's cool. So we're about to end this now. Appreciate all of you that took the time to be here live. If you want to catch that Dave Chappelle talk, we're gonna cut this off and start live right here on YouTube and get that out the way. But yeah, we appreciate y'all, man. Everybody that came in to check us out, that commented, that helped contribute to the content of the show. We appreciate you. So for my man SPJ,
I
am Tombstone the Dead Man, and for the greater multi-world entertainment family, we are out.
Peace.